Um, so Jesus, last episode was a bit of a scramble because we had to get the whole party back together. Zeta coming back from the Church of Selket brought along Kino. Uh, Radis and Donovan took a stop in Summers Grove where they eventually got picked up. And then Killswitch tormented an old man all day. You guys had a bit of a spook when uh, Obery decided to open the valve to the unknown through his crab.
I was probably a little more spooked.
He then fell through 2 years of nightmares. And then his all his hair is a rave party now. And you guys had a lovely dinner. Uh, Killswitch then proceeded to try to mess with an old man all night. But there was a 3 a.m. cowboy the whole time.
Let's not forget KFC got his ass bopped by an old man.
He did get bopped.
Fucking bopped.
He got
Got
bopped
bopped
a
good.
few times.
It was the cane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking bopped.
Super
Oh, I got that
bopped.
cane.
Great. Now I gotta pull this up real fast. Because I need to double check a date. What is it? Don't know. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, it's Guthana the 24th. You guys will have gotten to bed fairly late. So starting the morning up pretty late. Killswitch, where did Killswitch end up sleeping? Oh, that's right. He was unconscious. And manacled and fettered and left in front of Holop's doorstep. Now I remember. So I guess as you guys awaken, you would awaken to the smell of breakfast being cooked. You guys can stir as you will in the living area of the cottage.
Or mirror.
Or mirror.
I will get out of my mirror, speaking it.
Radis would have been up all night because of keep watch. So as soon as breakfast was being made, he would have offered to help.
Oh, sure. Janine would gladly have you help her with the preparations.
See, he's just such a pleasant person, and then Francis shows up and he's not pleasant, and then Francis goes away and he's very pleasant again.
This could have all been pleasant if you just put away the gun.
I think it went very pleasantly.
Put away the gun and nobody has to get hurt.
The gun's just for show.
I've got a gun, but it's just for show.
Got a gun and I'm asking for money, but this isn't a robbery. So, I suppose once Kino is awake, he'll also help out with breakfast preparations.
Wait, Kino? Who's
Kino. It's Kino Manticus. Him and Satula
that?
accompanied you.
The snake. Oh, okay. Right.
And of course, Kino's going to make some remark about being loud in the middle of the night to Radis.
Radis will indicate that it was necessary to keep the peace.
Satula flares up a few times and then kind of coils back up in the corner of the kitchen.
What'd she say?
Best left to the imagination.
Oh, no, I want to know, really. It's okay. If she's angry, I do apologize for waking her at night. You must understand that Francis's bullying of the old man had to stop.
It was a
So
bit
I
much.
so I made it stop. I didn't kill Francis, but I made it stop. Though I did not kill him against my better judgment, to be fair. Between you and I, Kino, he kind of gets up close, stopping his breakfast preparation. Do you think that boy is too far gone? At this point, he was never malicious before, but now, I mean, he's just mean.
Kino says, if if you're looking for redemption, you'd be better suited asking a worshipper of Saren Ray.
Oh, I'm not looking for redemption at all. I'm just thinking that boy ain't right.
I'm not a I tend to subscribe to the more nurturing aspects of my religion. But if you were to ask Mora, uh, she's a bit more fervent in her, um, what's the word? Um,
Practices?
no, orthodoxies, I suppose. Mora would suggest trial by poison. Poison him, and if he survives, then he's worthy, and if he doesn't, then he isn't.
Oh, in that case, I think I'm worthy several times over at this point. 'Cause she poisoned the hell out of me.
And you lived.
Uh, it was a bunch of poison that was meant to paralyze me, to be fair, but Moore and I didn't get off to the best start.
Most people don't. She doesn't
She
have good
want,
starts with people.
she wanted to kill Zaflan. I didn't want to kill Zaflan anymore. Things just happened from there. Also, it seems like most people that meet Zaflan want to kill him at first, and then don't later.
That does seem to be a trend, though I'm not as up to date with the more current um, assassination attempts.
Oh, this is common.
It does happen from time to time. It's not. He has a long history of being shot in the back, as it were.
Oh, I do wish I could have seen that. Well, that all aside, I believe the plan for the day would be to try and get Holov some treatment from Miss Celery in the tower. I think it would be a good idea to get him examined. I don't think this is anything normal, myself.
I suppose we could try to cart him. Um, so long as your uh, sylph friend is able to procure a cart again.
Procure what?
A cart.
Oh, well, our Sylph friend can also just teleport to Westcrown.
There's a hole in your plan there.
And what would that be?
Well, typically, if you're going to cast a spell on someone, they have to either consent or you have to break their will. And that doesn't happen often to Holof.
Well, see, this does create a problem in and of itself. I doubt the druids will just let us take him, even if it is for his own best interest. Now, granted, I plan on bringing him back no matter what. It's just, I think he should be checked out by someone who knows him and cares about him. If Celery cares about anything at all, I can't really tell these days.
There's kind of a like a stage yell, I guess, from the other room. Janine kind of pipes up, says, "I hear a lot of talking and not a lot of table setting." And Kino kind of starts putting things onto the table.
Radis begins nervously putting things onto the table.
How's everybody else stirring?
I'm gonna go ahead and climb out of my rope trick. Uh, I've been preparing spells in there for probably like an hour by now,
Okay.
and yeah, we're going to, I guess, help set the table. But ideally, I'd like to actually go outside while Radis is having his conversation with Kino.
Sure. Well, there's nothing stopping you from going outside.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go outside and I'd like to cast a spell.
Okay.
This will end well.
It always does. Please, optimism. Optimism is important here.
Required, even.
It's downright required. And we're going to cast Ears of the City, focusing on the particular topic and individual of Holof's arrival to the town, or Holof himself, when he got here to this druid village.
Now, when you say when he got here, you're gonna have to be more specific.
When Holof arrived to the druid village.
Or when he returned there, or when he first came there as a kid?
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's more what I'm getting at here, because Olaf moved here when he was very young.
When Holof arrived here in this state,
Okay.
as he is now.
Okay. So you can either use perception or diplomacy.
Yeah, we're going to use perception. And I'm presuming, of course, that a very powerful paladin arriving in such an addled state would at least draw some attention. I will do perception.
.24. Okay. So because you're using perception, it's visual.
Right. I don't want to interfere. I only want to observe.
So you end up seeing a better depiction of what happens than you expect. You see what is essentially like a fast forward telling of the last 20 or 30 times Holof has returned to the village. And each time he returned last, it took him a more winding path to get back to his house. The first time you see him, basically a beeline. He gets straight where he's going. The next time he takes a wrong turn, 2 wrong turns, 3 wrong turns, until eventually in the last showing of him getting home, someone has to walk him home.
So it's just kind of been a very progressive deterioration.
Right.
What was there any fanfare when he got to this village?
Not in particular. When he shows up, everyone recognizes him and
all
acknowledges
know
his
him.
return, yeah. But they
Okay.
don't. It's not like a hero's return, if that's what you're looking for.
Well, I was looking more for if he was brought to the village in this state, and
He seemed to
maybe
have
whoever
found his
brought
way
him
back.
there-
No, he always returned alone.
Okay.
So he's
I guess the
finding his way.
important
He's
takeaway
finding
is
his
that
way back somehow, but he couldn't find his
he's
way to the house.
he's here of his own accord, at least, as far as we understand.
Yeah, as far as you could pull from the knowledge of the village.
Right. All right, that's pretty much it for the spell. I can't maintain it that much longer.
Okay. Aubrey, what are you doing with that cane?
I'm just keeping it. It's my cane.
Okay.
Just stole a cane from a scene.
I absolutely did not steal. I replaced his cane. This
He
one's worn
provided a
down.
better cane.
I provided
Newer
a
cane.
brand new cane. It has a dent in it from where he bopped KFC. It's worthless.
KFC
breakfast.
touched it, instantly lost value.
Oof.
Speaking of which, Killswitch, you doing your thing today?
I think he's
yeah.
still
Am I awake
handcuffed.
today?
I'm sure you'll wake up eventually, handcuffed and fettered to the ground. Or not to the ground, but on the ground. Probably with a very severe amount of non-lethal damage still.
Yeah, there was a lot of non-lethal.
Because Radis blew you up.
There was also a lot of lethal.
There was also a lot of lethal damage, yeah, but that was,
That got healed.
yeah, a lot of it. I don't remember if you actually topped it all off or whatever, but you got blip-blapped a lot the day prior.
Yeah. But, can I... I don't know if I'll be able to do my fly thing today with my arms, you know.
I think
Jingle.
I don't see why the druids will look unkindly on that. It's pretty natural.
No.
Mind if I
No,
smear
it-
garbage all
no.
over my arms for a little while?
He's using the discarded fruit, letting it not go to waste, providing it to the wildlife.
Wildlife? While he spouts off
Am I
praises
wrong?
to Asmodeus.
Just
So-
sitting here telling us,
Francis is
Yeah.
awake now.
I'm dead.
um,
Francis,
Yeah.
I'm not one to be the voice of reason here. And while
I'm back.
optimistic about your ploy, maybe not the best time?
Did you hear me?
No,
Did,
well,
did
no,
anyone hear?
I just want to be unmanacled.
what did you say?
That-
I don't think the druids would look unkindly.
Okay, so yeah, we heard you just couldn't hear us. But no, yeah, he also has to profess, like, a story of a battle that fucking Beelzebul won in Asmodeus' name.
Would you like to do it in my mirror, Francis?
I think we'd all
can-
prefer if he didn't.
I mean, if you get these manacles. Also, are there flies in the mirror?
He does need the flies.
Mirror flies.
Okay,
I guess
taking
not.
the manacles off isn't a bad idea.
Don leans over to Francis. If we take the manacles off, are you gonna behave?
Yeah, I just want to prepare spells.
I'm sure he'll behave quite well. Right,
All right.
Francis?
Here's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do, Francis.
I'm good.
I'm gonna go tell Radis to uncuff you, and then I gotta step outside and talk to Zeta. Okay?
Yeah,
Don't mess
yeah.
with the old man. Don't make anyone's lives hell. Just be a good guest and mind your manners. All right?
He was already smitten by the old man. I don't
Yeah.
think he's gonna try anything.
And Francis,
Okay, boss.
Francis, if you don't behave, I might have to put you in the jar, and you don't want that.
Wait,
In the jar. What?
And then
Zeta?
Zeta will go outside.
And before
Oh,
she
God.
manages to do that, if you don't behave, Radis might just shoot you. So, just remember that.
what are you gonna do? Shoot me?
So, Don goes out and tells Radis to uncuff him, and Radis shows up grumbling as he uncuffs Francis, and he looks him in the eyes. Don't do anything stupid, Francis. I got my eyes on you. Goes back to help him with breakfast.
Asmodeus be with you.
Fuck off! Don's gonna step outside and meet up with Zeta after she's done with her whole tree whisperer thing that she's been doing lately. Don will be like, "Hey, Zeta, a word, if you will."
How many?
Several, actually. I don't think we should take Olaf.
No, you think he's better here in the care of his ward?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's a very good idea to take this guy out of the village. I mean,
I think that's a much better idea.
well, I'm glad you agree.
Absolutely.
Good. All right then. I'm glad we sorted this whole thing out. You know, I thought we were just gonna be assholes and take this poor old man away from his home where he's just resting peacefully. But you know, I'm glad we managed to talk this out, Zeta.
No, it would be far easier to bring Celery here.
No, I mean, Zeta, you don't understand. I don't think we should bother him or her with this. He's senile. That's all there is to it. There's no reason to complicate the old man's life anymore.
I agree.
So we're good. We're on the same page here.
Probably even the same book.
That's great. That's great, Zeta. Thanks. I really appreciate this. I just, you know, I had a feeling. You know, we should leave this old man alone. Thanks, Zeta.
I
Good
think
talk.
that's the best idea. After all,
talk.
we have other things that we could be doing.
Like what?
Well, we still need to go to the Emerald Valley, right?
I mean, at this point, I don't see why not. I think we're
And we're-
strong enough to take it at this point.
And we're pretty prepared. Mostly prepared. Somewhat prepared.
Might be a good idea for us to stock up on supplies a bit more, make sure. But yeah, we are mostly prepared. I don't
I'll
see
take us
why
to West
traveling.
Crown.
No, I think maybe we should avoid West Crown for a while. You know, we've been there a lot lately. It's pretty boring over there. You know, there's really nothing going on. Maybe we could do our shopping somewhere else. You know, see if there's any trinkets on sale.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Good. So, yeah, just let the group know that this whole Olaf thing, it's none of our business.
Olaf, none of our business, except for possibly finding a cure for him, which was also a great idea.
I've been meaning to ask, Zeta, have you been okay lately?
Absolutely.
I mean,
We're terrific.
We?
Yes.
What do you mean, we?
She's gonna gesture at her bleeding finger with the mimic on it.
Okay. You know, you've always been annoyingly happy, but I've been wondering, what's with, and he kind of waves his hand at her, this.
I'm a sylph.
No, I mean, the extreme happiness. You're
Well,
very agreeable lately, and I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, but
Well, there hasn't
Very
been anything to
agreeable.
be pessimistic about lately.
I see. Alright, I'll take it. So, yeah. Snaps his fingers and points. Leave the old man alone.
For now, absolutely.
retreats back into the house.
As you're retreating into the house, Janine actually calls in Zeta, kind of as she walks through the living area into into the dining area. She'll call everybody else in for breakfast as the food actually hits the table. And then she goes to the back, and by the time everybody actually gets around the table, she's kind of ushering out Olaf to sit in the chair. Breakfast is had. You guys can engage with that if you want. If not, we can skip past
Absolutely.
it.
I want some of that breakfast. We can skip past it, but I want some.
Okay.
So, Zeta, we're taking Holov to West Crown, right?
Sure.
Dawn flashes through her glare. Excuse me? Radis pipes up. Well, yeah, that was the plan. We're gonna make sure that we got him checked out and bring him back here. Seemed like a good idea. I mean, we can either bring him there or get Celery to come here. It don't really matter either way. It's no big problem for us. I mean, it's not like we have anything else going on right now, and the construction of the bombard's going well enough, so I'm not really needed right now. Although I should be getting back as soon as possible, I feel like the boss would probably appreciate it if we got his friend checked out. Don shakes his head fervently. No. No. Radis, Zeta, Leland, we need to just leave this whole situation alone, okay? We came into this village uninvited. We just showed up. We made their lives miserable for the past few days. Francis has made a complete and total ass out of himself. Look, Holov came here to retire peacefully, and we've done nothing but make his life hard, okay? Maybe
Right,
we
that's
should
why
just...
we're gonna help him.
No, Leland, I think the best way to help him is to just leave him alone.
Yeah, we should just leave him alone. For now.
Well, that's not right. We agreed last night that we were going to take him out. We agreed last night that we were going to take him to West Ground.
After breakfast. Got it.
No, not after breakfast. Forever. Just leave him alone. Janine, you agree with me, right? This is ridiculous. He's senile. That's all there is to it. There's no bigger thing at play here. He's just an old man, and he should be respected as such and left alone as such.
He doesn't have
Zafon's also an old man, though. It's just, it's strange. It's a curious situation.
Yeah, some old men go senile. Some old men don't. Let me also remind you that Zaflon is married to the Grand Wizard. If he would have shown any signs of dementia, she would have snapped her fingers and said, "None of that shit, please."
Yes, but as a paladin, isn't he immune to diseases?
Well, see, now you're bringing up an interesting philosophical discussion on whether or not dementia is a disease. But,
It's an element of the mind. I think it would fall under the classification.
According to the DSM-5,
well, regardless, okay? We shouldn't try and force this situation. Janine, you're with me on this, right? This is ridiculous.
Janine says, I would agree to say that I don't like an idea that would bring him out of the village at this point, not in his current state. He's
Right,
too
I
much
mean-
of a danger to himself and others.
Right, I mean, we
Oh.
can certainly handle it. That's beyond the point, but that's not the point. The point is that, you know, bothering Holov and bothering Celery, it's all just too much, you know? Sure, we could probably get her to come here when she found out that Holov was brain-addled, and we could probably even bring him to West Crown safely, but the question is, should we? And I would say, no, we should not. Think about all the stuff that Celery has going on right now that's... And I don't mean any offense by this, Miss Janine. But at the current stage of the game, way more important to the foundation of Cheliax as a whole.
Well, Kino's gonna pipe up and say, well, I think the good thing to do would be to at least have him checked out. We don't have to bring him out of here, but I do like the idea of propositioning the wizard to bring her here.
Radis narrows his eyes in Don's direction, but doesn't say anything. I just don't think it's a good idea to add more to her plate, okay? And I don't think it's a good idea to work him up into a stupor. I mean, what's gonna happen if we bring another one of the shield here? He's just gonna sit there in a permanent thumbs-up position.
Well,
no, we don't know that.
His thumbs have been so fervently up because of the mention of the shield's names.
And Don just throws both his arms in a direction.
We were gathering resources
Olaf.
to use a limited wish to create a vessel for you to return, but we don't need that anymore. What if we just use it in attempt to bring him back
Why?
mentally?
Why would you do that? You don't know this man. He's never done anything for you. In fact, one could say that the Shield of Westcrown and all of them made our lives a living hell.
Listen, Radish or Don, it would be the right thing to...
It's Don. You'd know if it was Radis.
Janine
True.
pipes up and's like, "Whoa, pump the brakes there, kid. The man's a national hero."
He's a national hero, Don.
Yeah, but what nation are we even
Wanted to
talking
ultimately
about here?
my village and creating rules that it had.
Remember when we went on a journey to bring a national hero of Corvosa back from the dead? It's because it was the right thing to do.
Well, we weren't even a part of this nation until a little bit ago. Listen, I don't even
Oh, to
like the
stay.
idea of worshiping some kind of nationalistic icon. But he does seem like a nice old man, so I'm in.
Radis has told us tales of him and his friends. We
And
be
he
heroes by bringing him back to his former...
and he helped make Longacre what it is now.
And who else is gonna play Tybane?
He
Never
also
mind.
did seem to be the most punctual of the group.
And nonetheless, there's a mystery here. It'd be irresponsible to just disregard it.
We've disregarded many mysteries.
I want to go back to the sewers, but no one ever wants to go back to the sewer.
Well, because they're gross.
There's a monster in them, though.
Yeah, that's even more gross.
One day.
You go to the sewers, you get gross, you fight a monster that's been down there and gross already. It's not going to end in a good time for anybody, Aubrey.
Except
So
Francis.
we should probably do it.
Except Francis.
He gets down to the sewers now and he's like, "The flies are already here."
Why don't we just go here? But what if this guy knows something about that girl that Saffron's taking care of? You know, statue man.
Sorry about that.
Tart?
What if he knows something about the statue man with the daughter?
I'm sure Olaf doesn't know much about Tark.
The thumbs are so up.
It's clearly just a name to him.
And I'm the one who's mean to him.
Look, we should just leave this whole situation alone, alright? This is ridiculous, guys. We don't know these people. The only thing we know about them is that they may or may not have helped create our village with its stupid rules that got most of the people that we know killed.
Well, Celery has helped us a lot, and Zaflan has been nothing but cordial to us, and even the halfling didn't kill KFC when we were in
Celery helps us a lot because it's her job to help us a lot. She gets tax rebates for doing it.
Texas.
Besides, she's a dream killer. We don't like her anyways.
He starts yelling, Texas.
Wait,
Texas!
you can get rebates?
Detect taxes.
Detect tax.
Protection from taxes.
I wish. That's like a 10th level spit.
Radis finally pipes up while eating his breakfast. I got an idea. Since you're so fervently against it, Don, why don't you stay here and keep the old man safe and make sure that no one bothers him? That way, the rest of us can go to West Crown and get Miss Celery, and then my ass can get dropped off and I never have to see you people again.
He raises a good idea.
No, he doesn't raise a good idea, Zeta.
You're right.
It's still stupid. It's still bothering an old man who's done nothing to harm anybody except us, really.
Nice.
Yeah, let's not bother the old man.
Yeah,
Then
we're
let's
not
not bother
bothering him. We're trying to help him.
Then let's not bother the Grand Wizard either. She doesn't have time for this shit. She didn't even have time to take care of the kid.
I'd at least like to know what she'd have to say about it.
I don't know.
I'll
I
tell you
agree.
what she
We
has to
should-
say about it. That's not my problem. Go home.
That's a perfect idea. Let's not bother anyone. Let's just go home, guys.
She hasn't ever actually been verbose on a subject.
What a lich.
Probably.
I
In that
say,
case, we can just leave Radis here and just head straight to the Umbral Valley.
speaking of that, what were we missing for the limited wish?
A caster.
Oh, okay. Let's just pay someone to do. It's like 700
Celery.
gold. No, like 7k gold rather.
If only we
Right.
knew someone who could do it.
Radis raised a hand. Excuse me. I would like to put a vote in against just leaving me here. It is a long walk back to my boss. All right, so maybe we could just drop me off after. Okay. And by the way, to completely discourage anything that Donovan has said so far, I still am completely on board with helping the old man. Right, Zeta?
Yeah.
Janine's
And
been
we should-
struggling to follow everything that's happening here, and she looks almost excited that she knows something about anything that can be pertinent here. Whenever Radis is talking about going home, and says, Zeta can teleport?
Absolutely.
Yes, she can teleport.
Zeta teleports everyone away except Radis.
Technically, yeah. I can't bring Radis.
Or kill switch.
Yeah, magic doesn't work on him the same way.
What do you mean magic doesn't work on me the same way? Look, I'm from Alkenstar. That doesn't mean that magic... I cast magic, Zeta! We just can't cast magic in the walls in the area of the Mono Waste, that's all.
Sounds suspicious.
So
Yeah,
if
I know,
we can't
that's
magic him, then we just carry Hole up there.
No, oh my gods.
It would take all of maybe like an afternoon to bring him over there. I could
But
have
you're miss-
everybody back by lunch.
Zeta, you're missing the point here, okay? You'd have to bring Celery here because leaving here with God damn it, with Holov is not possible, okay? The Druids want to keep him here, and we should keep him here. And Celery's not even going to agree to this, so let's just put this whole thing to bed, all right? Let's just put this whole thing to bed, and let's go kill a dragon in the Umbral Waste. How's that sound, guys? Does that sound like a good idea? Because it sounds like a great idea to me. Let's
That
rip
sounds
open
like a
dragon's
terrific
jaw.
idea.
You're right. We should kill the old man. Isn't that right, Zeta?
What?
But
Yes.
if Zeta could just, teleport to Celery's front door right now and ask her, and like take literally less than a minute, there's no reason not to.
You know what? That's a good point. Zeta, while he's distracted, let's go do that right now. Come on, let's go.
Well, you should stay.
No.
It's too late.
It's
What do
too
you mean
late.
it's too late?
No, Zeta grabs Radis.
Then you just
And they're gone.
bop.
All you have to do is tell her, go now.
That's what he said.
Roll
Do
the
it.
dice.
He's
Yeah.
taking advantage of the
Give me
of the
that.
ring.
Give me that D100.
98. 98. Close.
Close. Pretty sure that still is
98
fine.
is when you end up nowhere near target, right?
500 miles west.
Radis is gonna get stuck with this party, isn't he?
You don't know that yet.
I'm
You
gonna have to
can't know
argue
that
with
yet.
myself for the rest of time. We should get
It's
Tebrin back.
Shit.
It's simply impossible to know.
We should get Tebrin back.
Oh no.
Oh, I still have it.
Well, that's great. He doesn't even have to say anything.
Give Don a friend. Let's get Tebrin back.
Hey, we're all best friends.
We wouldn't be friends anymore. Tebrin would see me and be like, "You sold out."
Okay.
You're with Johnny
Well,
Law now.
So, Radis and
if you-
Zeta
pop up outside of the wizard's tower. I'm assuming that's where you were bringing him.
Oh yeah, that's where he asked to go. And then he hurried me.
Excellent, Zeta. Good work. I got a question though. Before we go in, do you think was Don always like this? So goddamn pessimistic?
Yes,
Oh well, so this is completely normal for you.
he did not have an easy childhood.
I can imagine as such. Seems very grumpy.
He's actually much better now.
Well, it helps when he's getting a little of the old,
The what?
he elbows her in the shoulder.
Is this a Pathfinder?
Rolling
Radis-
listics.
Radis, I understand multiverse theory, but I have no idea what you're referring to.
He's getting laid.
Like, an egg?
He's having sex.
Oh, reproduction.
Gross.
So,
Radish shakes his head and knocks on the door.
so you knock on the door, and the door
Why are we friends?
creaks open, and the two hosts greet you in unison, though not by name.
Ouch.
They go ahead and invite you in
That's personal.
and let you know that the
I've always been so friendly to them as well.
I'll let you know that the they'll let the Grand Wizard know that you're here.
Yeah, it might be best if we just cut to the chase and got to the point where she kicks us out, but
Thank you, Jill and Steve.
we're gonna give this a try.
Alright, let's see if I can.
Please inform the Grand Wizard that that this meeting does pertain to her old friend Holov.
You guys are free to take a couple of seats and get something to drink, I guess.
Oh, Radis will get absolutely comfortable. He is done being respectful.
Zeta's gonna go over by the, well, yeah, there we go. By the statue. And just kinda look over it, right?
Okay.
Not even a good perception.
Looks
Hey
like a
Zeta,
s-
when are you gonna
looks like a
teach me how to
statue.
teleport?
Do you want to learn?
I'd love to. I don't think I have quite the proficiency yet, but it might be a good idea for me to learn.
Zeta will walk over, snap her fingers, and a book will appear out of nowhere, land in her hands, and she's gonna flip it over and place it towards you. Turn towards the first of the 5 teleport pages.
Radis looks at it. And he tries to read it. Yeah, I don't want to sound like someone that gives up very easily, but this is most definitely beyond me at my current point in time.
I don't think so. You just need to dedicate more spatial imagining to, non-Euclidean space.
See, that's the thing. My line of thinking for a very long time has been non-spatial thinking in a very Euclidean space. So,
Look, it's just you're taking point A to point B, and and she just like kind of mashes them together, right? Just bringing them right together, and you're there.
well, that's a very interesting way of thinking about it, but like I
You
said,
only-
Zeta, I just picked up this whole wizarding thing, okay?
Look, you're very talented. If we're being honest here, Radis, I think that this is basically nothing to you. This shouldn't be an issue at all.
Out of character, I cannot learn this spell.
I know,
So,
but I'm optimistic that you could.
in a wink, the
Grand Wizard shows up on the first floor, takes her hand off the statue, and kind of starts trotting on over to a seat.
Morning, Miss
Greetings,
Celery.
Grand Wizard.
Sorry, Mrs. Celery.
She
It's Grand
sits.
Wizard.
It's Grand Wizard. I'm sorry. I just had to.
She picks up a cup, takes a sip, still staring at the table. Not really paying you guys too much mind. But she says, "What's this about Holof?"
He's senile.
Doubt it.
No, he is. Well, that's the thing. That's why we came to you. We doubt it too.
He's quite addled.
Doubt it.
I can show you.
Doubt it.
Zeta's gonna wave her hands around and she's gonna cast. She's gonna begin to cast Mind Link and slowly kind of edge one of her hands near Celery's forehead.
She just
Radish watches with glee.
blinks and stares. You're gonna mind link her?
Yes.
That doesn't share. Oh, you have mind link? I thought you needed share memory
How do
to
you-
share memory.
No, Mind Link is one way. From
Right.
me to them. Share memory.
Oh,
is
you can
ways.
take their memories. Okay. And then you
Yeah.
just kind of
Well,
show her
well,
the
they can-
whole.
They can give me their memories. So there's no like taking
Yeah.
aspect to it.
Oh boy,
Wait.
she's gonna see me shoot Francis.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I
And-
can't transmit even remotely that much data. So I'm only going to transmit the important parts about the thumbs up, the need a hand, the clearly addled.
Oh, evil!
See, when you
think
say it like that, it sounds completely normal.
I
It's
think-
something you have to see to believe.
I think 10 minutes is more than enough time
Yeah.
to demonstrate.
Plenty.
Yeah.
So the spell goes through. How long does the spell last? It's instantaneous. Okay.
I transmit 10 minutes of data instantly.
So she blinks, takes another sip of coffee, kicks her chair back against the table behind her, the little it's like an island, and puts her boots up on the table. She says, "I don't buy it.
Oh, you think he's faking it?
I think he's fucking
is
with
he
you."
faking it? Oh, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Well, why would he do something like that? That's awful mean of him.
He's an asshole.
From what I understand, yes.
I think that's
Don't
why
get
he
me
would do
wrong.
it.
I used to look up to the guy, but lately, hearing the other side of the story, he did seem like he did some pretty terrible things.
How
It's
long's
honestly a one.
How long's he been like that?
Yeah, but you also thought that Zaflan did a lot of terrible things.
From what we understand, Miss Janine, his caretaker, has been seeing this chain of events for a long time now.
Oh, the long game. Committed to this one, is he?
Maybe. Look, it's one of two things. Either he actually is fucking with people, in which case he is a terrible person and his smite should not be working. But we did see him smite Francis quite handily, in fact. I think there's reason to believe he's not fucking with people right now. If that's the case, well, I hate to agree with Aubrey on something for once, but dementia can be seen as a disease, and as a paladin of Iamade, isn't he immune to disease?
Yeah, I've seen that man carry a woman with the Black Plague for 6 days. I don't know.
So,
I don't know if mental fragility falls under the same category, but I'm not buying it. I think the probability that he's fucking with you is higher.
and that might be true.
She takes another
fact-
long sip of coffee.
Fairly certain that's why Zaflan dumped this on me when Zeta came to pick me up. As soon as he heard about the hand jokes, he was just like, oh, he's fine. But I still think it warrants someone that cares about him taking a look at him.
I don't know. I'm starting to think the hand thing is more like a Pavlovian response.
It could be. It probably is. He seems to have a bizarre fixation with them.
Look, maybe he's senile, but he's also an incredible actor. So, at this point, I don't know. Maybe. If he is senile, then I don't know how much I can do for him without expending far too many resources. And then on top of that, if I tried to use any kind of curative magic on him, he would just resist it.
Do you really think he could resist you?
Yes.
Well, that is absolutely horrifying.
It is, 100%. Again, he carried a woman with the Black Plague for 6 days.
Well, okay. I understand what you're saying, Miss Celery. Really, I do. And I have to apologize for making an impassioned speech at this current moment, but
Why
like
was
I
he
said-
carrying her?
She
That-
couldn't.
probably
Yeah,
in the fireman's carry.
I am curious.
She couldn't walk, so he had to carry her.
Fireman carry, bridal carry, piggyback ride, one of the three.
He made a small, what is the word for it? Like a hammock that he strung over his shoulders.
He turned her into a backpack.
Essentially, yes.
Seems to be a
Must have
common
learned that
trend with your
part.
group.
Depends on the definition of backpack, I suppose you'd be right. But he's either actually senile, and the amount of resources I would have to spend on him would be exorbitant, or he's not senile and he's fucking with you and it would be a waste anyway. So it seems like
What
it's a
about
waste.
the wish?
I don't think we've told her that we have the stuff for a wish. Grand Wizard, have we told you about the wish?
I don't remember any wish other than the one promised to you next month.
Oh, well,
we
he's
have the stuff for
alive.
it. Oh yeah, that's an important part. You don't know that yet.
Actually, another point of business that I wanted to bring up as well. See, the person that they conscripted me to help them bring back to life is alive. We found him in the remains of Hingy.
Yeah, after the bombard went off.
Well, it sounds like your job is done then.
I
No,
agree.
no. Yeah, something's hinky about all of it, alright?
No, Hingy.
No, I know what I said. I said hinky, alright? Yes, he came from Hingy, but something is hinky about all of it. He wakes up in the middle of Hingy with no idea of how he got there, no idea of the past events that transpired after his burning. It's a little strange, and frankly, I wanted to see if there was someone of higher expertise that we could get to take a look at him.
You woke up in Messini.
You're right, it was Massini. That was the place we nuked.
She ponders for a moment and says, I'm not sure what type of person of expertise you're looking for.
Probably a priest.
Probably a smart person who knows a lot of shit about the world and has seen a lot of things.
He's got
That's
the
what I'm-
moon in his eyes.
I've seen a lot of things. And to be fair, I've seen a lot of things I don't understand.
I feel like that's a good thing to bring up, Zito. Could you repeat that point?
But he's got the moon in his eyes.
Could you elaborate?
Like
The-
a big
the
pizza
moon?
pie.
The moon is in his eyes, like a big pizza pie.
Okay. So
Like-
some minor glamour.
I mean, I can't see it, but that's
You
what
could
they
see
tell
it.
me is going on. No, we could see
Yeah.
the eye.
Yeah,
That's
everybody
right.
could see it.
And not just that, but he seems to be able to see all the strange shit that Aubrey has going on for him, too.
Yeah, he sees Aubrey's weird crab now.
I don't know. I vaguely remember one of you carrying a crab.
Oh, don't worry about
Apparently, Aubrey's crab has a, and he puts up air quotes, rubbery purple texture. To Don and Aubrey. The rest of us can't see it. Don comes back and suddenly he can see it.
it. Didn't you guys also say the crab had a tentacle?
Everyone
They
saw
did say that.
Yeah, the tentacle.
Everyone
No,
saw
I-
it.
lived out
Everyone
in
saw a
space.
tentacle,
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, you weren't in the room.
or that spatial existence. Um,
Yeah, when we visited Hell, they said they saw the crab with a tentacle too, so that was kind of weird.
oh, you're gonna see some weird stuff in hell.
Right, but
I
like
know.
Aubrey's pretty
There's
tame
a
for
whole
Hell.
plane that has tentacles, essentially. Who was it?
Remind me not to go there.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty bad place. Just in general.
Right, but we should at least go there once.
The casino's
No.
nice.
We're going off track here, okay? Miss Celery, if you could take a look at Holov and Dawn, we'd be greatly appreciative.
She's thinking real hard. She goes, Barbados. That's the guy who puts tentacles on everything.
Oh, I made a shrine to him by accident.
Oh, why?
Remember the guy that was here, Gorthakuk?
Oh, right. Okay.
Turns out that was a symbol of Barbados. Wanted me to put it on the shrine of Desna. Turned it into a shrine of Barbados. Pretty
oh yeah,
sure
we
I
need to
got
do
some
something
bad boy
about that.
Pretty sure I got some bad boy points that day.
Oh, surely. That's a grossly evil act. I'm sure. What did
Now, we're
Desna do to
forgetting the
you?
We're forgetting the intent here. I never meant for it to happen. I didn't know.
Desna inflicted me upon them.
That was oddly self-aware, but continuing on. Miss Celery, again. Look, I understand that you have a busy schedule and you have a lot of things going on, but if you could take 10 minutes to take a look at him, that's all. 10 minutes to take a look at him and Don, that's all. I work for your husband. Anything you need, just let me know and I'll handle it.
She kind of takes her boots down, and the momentum puts the chair on all fours. She leans forward and says, "Did you bring him?"
Olaf? Ha! See, that's one of the problems. The druids don't want him to leave the village. But we could teleport you.
I can teleport me, but I can't teleport me there.
Well, yeah, there would be a little walking involved.
That sounds terrible.
It's not that bad.
Well, Zeta can make a carriage.
She can make a carriage.
Look, I'm trying to help, okay?
This sounds like it would take a long time.
You can't teleport into the village at all?
You're not there, Aubrey.
I'm asking out of character. Why was
Out
the
of
walking
character
involved?
was that the roll was off. You didn't study the place enough. And didn't roll high enough and ended up miles off target.
I didn't know that was
Also,
an actual.
spooky druid magic.
Why exactly can't we teleport there?
It's a
Spooky
druid grove.
magic.
Same reason you can't just walk there.
Okay, so let me get this straight. There's a high chance that Holov has been fucking with us the entire time. Yes?
Yes.
Say it's about 50-50.
If that's the case, would anyone mind if I shot the shit out of him?
Oh, good luck. You're either gonna shoot a senile man, or he is fucking with you, and then he just puts you in the ground.
No, given what I've heard about the history, he'd probably just laugh as it brought back fond memories.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in a while.
And maybe that's part of the problem. He's
You
out
think
there
because I don't
isolated.
speak with people, they go senile?
No, because if that was the case, your husband would have been senile a long time ago. I'm sorry, that was out of line. I am deeply apologetic. This group does things to me. I did not mean to say that.
She kind of shrugs. Like, oof, my feelings?
It was still out of line. I know you got thicker skin than that, but
It's
just...
super disrespectful of somebody who could disintegrate you and get away with it, but
Yeah, Radis.
Oh
Calm
God,
down.
oh God, I am turning into Zaflan, aren't I?
Now you're hitting on her?
No, I
Miss
don't
Celery,
think
we
I'm-
need to leave.
Miss Celery, we need to check on Holov.
Well, she told his whole off is yeah.
It's fucking with us, yes, but I don't buy it for a nickel, alright? I don't buy it for a copper piece. There, I fixed it.
Okay. You don't believe he's messing with you? I do. Well, I think there's a good chance of it. I won't say anything for certain, because he might actually be senile, but I don't have any way of knowing that without, again, casting a whole litany of different diagnostics on him. And then, even if I were to cast a bunch of diagnostic spells on him, there's a good chance he would resist at least half of them.
And what if it's a curse?
What if it is a curse?
I don't.
We hadn't considered that.
I think he's. I don't. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really keep track of divine things of that strictly. Was he immune to curses? He was immune to a lot of stuff. It was easier to keep a track of stuff he wasn't immune to.
I don't think he was immune to curses. I'm not sure. I never got that part of the story. I know he was immune to a lot of things, but I'm not so sure about curses. But at the same time, and to partially agree with what you've been saying, Miss Celery, if he was cursed, it would take a caster of exponential expertise to be able to complete the curse on him. Otherwise, he'd just resist it.
Well, not if we convinced him not to.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's either senile or someone out there has a stiffy for him and wants to ruin him. Or put him out of the picture. You've seen that man in action. Old as he is, he could still whip our asses. Maybe not yours, because you just take the ring off and leave, but...
I don't know if that still works like that.
Waves his hand. Regardless, we're getting off track again. You see what these people do to me.
I haven't even done anything.
I just want to help these people.
She kind of sneers for a moment. Why?
I grew up with you guys being my heroes, okay? And I hate seeing you people like this.
I thought you wanted to kill Zaflan.
I did. Oh, God, sometimes I still do. But at the same time, I can't deny anymore that the man was a hero. And maybe he's a cowardly shell of his former self, unwilling to act without something else, some external force causing him to. But he still did do great things at one point. And Holov is the same way. And I just don't think this kind of ending is right for someone like that. Especially when I just help nuke his people out of existence.
You mean... Oh, the extremists. Right.
No, most of them survived, Redis.
That's beside the point. We still unleashed that weapon on him.
We mostly unleashed that weapon on Massini.
And I'm still helping with the construction of it, okay? And while I do think it's for the greater good, I also believe, and no offense, Miss Celery, that once this is all done, we need to take that thing apart. But that's neither here nor there. Holov should have the chance to stop these people. If he was in his right state of mind, this would devastate him. And maybe that's why he is acting. Because he doesn't want to... If he is acting, he doesn't want to become a paragon for these people to follow. He doesn't want atrocities being committed in his name. But if he's not, then he has the right to know. He's got the right to try and stop them. Because at one point, he did lead these people.
Let's say that the senile state is true. If it's age, there aren't many things that could fix that.
Radis nods. I understand that. If it's age, then there's nothing that can be done about it.
I didn't say
That's just
nothing.
how it goes.
So there's not many things that can be done about it.
And even if there were things that could be done about it, it will be hard because He resists most of them.
Most of them, yes.
Okay. What are the options?
Well, the most prominent option that I can think of would be Sun Orchid Elixir.
Oof. What's that?
Well, the Sun Orchid Elixir is an elixir that's made fairly rarely in uh, Thuvia.
It's fucking Zeta. I imagine it goes for a pretty penny.
You could say that.
He nods. All right. Any other options?
None that are reliable.
And he could resist a wish, even?
Perhaps not a wish. It would. Do you have the means to cast a wish?
Zeta, do we have the means to cast a wish?
No. We
What
have the
about
means to get a wish cast.
points to her. That.
So you have a diamond of sufficient value.
Zeta, do we have a diamond of sufficient value?
Maybe.
Zeta, procure the diamond.
I don't carry our stuff.
Radis pinches his brow.
Who's carrying the diamond?
Oh God, it's Leland.
I guess Pack Mule Leland.
You guys trust Leland
Well,
with
no,
a diamond?
Everything we have bags of holding. Why wouldn't you just have it with you? You're the one who would be using it.
Well, nobody gave me the bag of holding.
He makes a good point.
Pretty sure it's Francis.
No,
I'm fairly certain that we have the ability to at least cast a limited wish, and if we need the supplies, I can find a way to get us the diamond. I'm pretty smart. I can figure something out. Not as smart as you two, of course, but I could do something.
I don't know. I think you do pretty well.
Thank you, Zeta. So, our options are a wish or a sun orchid elixir if he is senile. What if it's not senility? What if it's a curse?
If it's not senility, then the wish would accomplish the same thing, but the elixir would not. And you would have wasted a elixir.
Right. Is there any way that we could figure out what it is? I mean, if he is acting, then honestly, someone needs to put a slipper up the backside of his head, because he's being an ass.
And there's no reliable way to figure out what's actually wrong with him now.
What if we just have Francis convince him that the spells we're casting on him are beneficial? Then he wouldn't resist them.
From what I've seen, you're not actually communicating with him if he is senile.
Right, and if Francis did convince him of it, then that would mean that he is bullshitting us, and we could slap the piss out of him.
But if you convince him that the effects are good, and he is bullshitting you, then he's just going to resist anyway.
Why is he like this?
She shrugs.
Zeta, never meet your heroes.
Says,
I don't think I will.
Alright, so once again, we've come here and wasted everyone's time. I guess Dom was right about this. We should have just left it the hell alone.
No, we learned that he could possibly be bullshitting us.
and that if he's
Which-
not, you can try to get the Sun Elixir, or the Sun Orchid Elixir, which, good luck with that. You'd have to make your way all the way to Thuvia, and then participate in a blind bid. And if you're not one of the 6 highest bidders, then you don't get an elixir, and they keep your money.
And they keep the money?
And they keep the money.
Wow, what a bunch of dicks.
That's how high the demand is for immortality.
Okay, is there a way that we could do it within the means of working for it? Mercenary work.
Perhaps. It depends on how much coin everyone else brings. It's a blind bid.
I'm sure Zaflan will be willing to give me some time off if it's to help his friend.
It's our very own flowers for Algernon.
Actually, no, I take that back. I don't think Zaflan would give me time off to help Holov of all people.
Especially if you tell him that you think that Olaf might just be messing with you. So if you do want time off, I'd recommend not telling him that part.
Points. It's a good idea. Oh no! Oh,
So if
this
you-
is the worst.
So you've set yourself up with a dilemma. If you believe him to be messing with you, realistically, you leave him be. If you believe that he is senile, and it's due to age, then you'll have to go and get some Stone Orchid Elixir. Good luck with that. Otherwise, you can gather the materials for a wish. Good luck with that.
What if we compel him with some kind of chaos in order to stop portraying these, stop acting, stop bullshitting us? And under that stipulation, if he gets weaker over time, then we know that he was bullshitting?
Zeta, that's a positively atrocious thing to suggest. And I hate to say that I love it. But probably also not wise.
What's he gonna do? Smite us?
Well, he'll smite Francis.
You could
And
also
by the
just
way,
Francis out of it.
Miss Celery, that was hilarious. I wish she had linked that to you, because that was the time of my life.
well, he could also just resist the spell.
Okay, so we learned something at least. Alright, what do I owe you?
Oh, this has been a rousing enough morning for me. I haven't been as busy as of late, so I have some time for idle chit chat. Had to do a
Miss
lot
Celery,
less to.
did you permanently enchant the Skeleton to have the skeleton crew?
No, that was an abomination that should have never happened. Skeletons should be destroyed and buried, as human
Oh.
remains should be.
So you didn't make it permanent?
I would have no part in making of skeletons.
Good
Why do
point.
I get the feeling that Zaflan quite enjoyed the skeleton boat?
Because he liked being a captain.
That's a fair point as well.
Inferiority complex. Got it.
Ooh, another Scorcher.
What?
Now, if you,
You
could
can't
just
tell me that man doesn't have a raging inferiority complex.
He does have the large gun, yes.
My point makes itself.
she kind of eyes over to the rifle.
Another large gun.
But I only have one, and it's not exactly very showy. This is for utilitarian purposes.
Miss Grand Wizard, what would you know about making boats fly?
Oh gods, here we go.
Look, all I'm saying is that a traveling gun school / band on a boat. You with me?
Alright, I think
Kill
we've
switch,
wasted
skill-
enough of the Grand Wizard's time.
No. Kill Switch and the heretics. All right. You see that man's performances, as blasphemous as they are, they draw a crowd.
She says, "I'm
Every
aware
day,
of.
my
I am aware of certain magical crafters who aspire to make flying ships. I've always thought it's silly. Why not just summon a dragon?
It's not silly. It's adventurous.
But you could just summon flying creatures instead of trying to make an inanimate object fly. It just seems
Animals, yeah,
wasteful.
but
Can your boat breathe fire?
It could.
I
It's
could construct something that would make it breathe fire.
the juice
He
just
could construct something that would make it breathe fire.
the juice just isn't worth the squeeze.
I think it all comes down to a matter of preference. She wants a flying boat. You see more practicality in just summoning a flying dragon. I think both options are fair. I think Celery's option is better because it's not as stupid, but continuing on.
Also,
Please just get the conversation
you
over
can
with.
just fly. You're flying right now. Why would you need a flying boat?
Because we need a base of operations when we go to visit the plane of air.
That's why I have a tower. Just build yourself a tower.
But it's like a mobile tower.
Why do you need your tower to be mobile?
Why wouldn't you need your tower to be mobile?
Because nothing will ever threaten you in your tower?
Exactly.
So why do
This is
You
you...
can go
difference
wherever
between-
you want and nothing will ever threaten you.
There's a difference between a Pharasman wizard and a Desna wizard.
Just,
Radis is just like his elbows are on the table and he's just pinching his brow the whole conversation.
she
Look,
kind of...
You don't normally after an adventure you have to go home, right? But with this, you don't have to go home because it's always there. Adventure is your home.
She kind of stands up, puts her cup back on the tray, at which point the liquid that was in it dematerializes. And she starts to walk over. He goes, well, that's true, but the amount of time it takes you to get on the boat, I could have teleported back to my tower.
You're absolutely true, but he couldn't.
Well, that's for him to figure out. You don't have to...
I knew that was gonna be what
She
says.
she puts a hand on Zeta's shoulder and says, "Listen, I know you're still new to this, but you have to learn. They'll figure it out. If they wanted to be, if they wanted to do the things that we could do, they would start being wizards."
He's trying.
She
Radis,
kind of looks.
Radis, show her what you can do. Show her that trick, that thing that you can do. Look, he does a thing with bullets.
Zeta, I don't want to get slapped into the other world.
Don't worry about that.
She says, if you fire the gun in here, there's a good chance you'll be in a plane that I can't get to for a while."
Okay,
I'm not-
do worry about that.
I'm not gonna fire it, I'm just gonna show her. He groans and takes
can-
his rifle out.
She kind of waves her hand in a circle, and it's like, you can just tell me what it does. I'm sure I've seen it before.
Oh, okay. I can use the spells that I have and convert them into energy from my gun to enchant my gun for a period of time, and also I can fire spells out of my gun.
Okay, that's a
And
little
weeks
strange,
ago-
but I've seen similar things.
Weeks ago, he couldn't do anything. Hated
Yeah.
magic.
It's true. I just shot my gun.
Yep. You'll see that pattern a lot, Zeta. They start with guns, they think guns are great, and then they realize magic's better, and they slowly work it in. It just kind of mixes together. It's still worse than just using magic. Just stick with magic. And she puts
You
her
know-
hand on the statue, and she's gone.
Well, hang on. Wait a minute. No, we were. You needed to. I needed the crap. Zeta's gonna put her hand on the statue, and she's gonna say "up, up, and away" in Sylvan.
Doesn't go anywhere.
Reminder, you knew that was an Orin.
Oh, Orin, yeah. Why did I say Sylvan? I don't even know Sylvan.
You have to know
Sylvan,
Sylvan. You're
though.
Sylvan. It's
No,
in
I'm
the-
a Sylph. Sylvan is
Oh yeah.
stuff.
Okay, so Zeta, you're on the roof now.
Oh, damn it.
Radis is just downstairs, just.
She didn't give me the names of the craftsmen. That means we'll have to come back and bother her later.
You're talking to no one!
Yeah.
I know.
You're still on
I'm
the
gonna
roof.
fly back down.
Radis will meet her outside.
That was a fruitful conversation.
That was a useless conversation. Let's get
We
back
learned
to the
so
village.
much about Holoff.
Yeah, and I'm gonna interrogate the hell out of him when we get back.
I would like to do some shopping first. After all, can't waste a good teleport. Oh my god, Radis, if you just stay here, it'll take like an hour.
I'll go with you.
So Radis and Zeta headed into town to do some shopping.
Well, I was gonna fly straight there, but Radis can't fly, so.
Then give me fly!
Zeta
So-
cast fly on Radis.
We're gonna
That lasts like 30 seconds.
we'll fade to black on these two as they go shopping, and we'll cut back to the dinner table at Holof's place, where Radis says, "Let's just go," and then they disappear from the table, leaving everybody else there.
The first thing you hear is Don go,
Classic Zeta, eh?
Kino says she does that a lot then.
More so recently.
Radis and I got stranded in the forest before last time she did it.
So won't they just be stranded in the forest this time?
Probably.
Oh no! We gotta go get them!
No, give it time. They have to come back first. If they're in West Crown,
What?
they're going to be
What?
there for a while. Zeta
Okay.
never wastes a teleport, Leland. She'll make sure she gets some shopping done first.
I waste teleports all the time.
It's true.
Don't lie to them.
Why do you lie to people?
You're trying to
Make a
trying
bluff
to
check.
get us out of here anyway.
We're just gonna spend some time investigating his crazy hair. He hasn't really taken a moment to take.
Satula's gonna spend some time investigating Aubrey's hair as well.
Does it feel weird,
What do you mean?
different in any way?
It still feels like hair if you're touching it. Well, sort of. It does have some resistance to the touch due to there being a face on it.
Can I like analyze it in any way?
You tell me what you want to do, and I'll let you know how it goes.
I guess like a knowledge arcana. See if I'm not really.
You can interact with this any way you want.
I'm gonna ask Beard about it. Beard, how do you feel?
The beard is muffling out some what you'd imagine to be angry sentiments, but it's hard to say with a crab in his mouth.
Come on out now, Snips.
How much of that valve do you have open there, bud?
How much of that? What?
That valve.
Like the link?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just letting it flow as much as I can.
Oh, why would you do that?
Gotta learn.
No, you don't. That's not the answer I was looking for.
That's what life's
Are you
about.
sure that's what you want to do?
Not like I'm not like trying to get trapped in there again, but
That's what happens when you
I'm letting-
blow it open.
I'm letting it come in.
But how much are we talking here? Because you can speak to the crab now, but you know what happens when you try to speak to the crab.
Is it a trickle? Is it a steady stream? Is it a fire hose?
Yeah, is it just the empathetic link? Are you trying to talk to it, or are you trying to actually commune?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying to talk to it. I'm not, but I am trying to resist whatever that was.
All right, I guess give me a will save. This guy is fucking...
Just the voice, huh?
Yeah, that's what you did the other time. You asked the crab who your patron was, and then opened the valve to talk to it, and then fell through nightmares for 2 years. As soon as he gets back, he's like, here we go again.
And he got out of the nightmares and was like, huh, that was neat.
Yeah, I wasn't really asking him a question. I was just telling it to get out. talking to it, but not
Right,
really
but I'm trying to figure out
communicating.
how much you're
The
wanting to
normal
get
amount. I'm
back
not
the
like
other way.
closing it off. The normal amount that I was,
just
before
empathetic.
that happened. Sure, yeah, I guess.
Okay. So you get some reluctant feelings, but he'll climb on out, and the beard
So-
starts spewing obscenities in a language I'm not sure if you know or not. Do you speak Elvish?
Probably not. No.
Okay.
Does it? Have we heard it speak common at all?
Yeah, it's spoken common before.
Okay, I'll try diplomacy. Try to get it calmed down. I'm bad at diplomacy.
You do get it to change over to Dwarvish.
I'm gonna talk to it in Goblin. Tell it to calm down.
So everyone else looks on as Aubrey and his beard are having an argument in 4 languages.
That's just Aubrey.
You said you talk in Dwarven?
Francis, could you try calming
What are
it
you
down?
saying? What are you saying in Dwarven?
Well, first he starts talking, just spouting off obscenities in Dwarven. It's mostly expletives. But as soon as he starts speaking to the beard in Goblin, he starts using Goblin-specific obscenities.
Think you could talk some sense into it, Francis?
I can try. Yeah, why not? Let's sing it a song. What are we trying to get out of this thing anyway?
Gotta
Just
read the
trying to
room,
figure
right? You gotta.
Figure
What
out
kind of
if it
songs
knows
beards
anything
like? You
about
know any beard
what's
songs?
going on.
Let me tell you a story about a comb.
Get a beard shanty.
Oh man. Alright, yeah, I'll diplomacy on the beard. But seriously, what am I asking it?
Just trying to calm it down to a point that it will talk coherently.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's
The beard
fine.
tells Francis to tell your fucking goblin friend that I speak coherently.
You know, shifting its attitude towards more friendly.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed by your knowledge of language. Someone like you has quite a nice voice.
Someone like me.
Do you ever
What do
like
you
to
mean,
sing
you
it?
people?
Alright, diplomacy.
One sec. What do we got here? 30. Yeah, Beard seems pretty open to Francis. He's still really pissed off at Aubrey, because he still thinks Aubrey's a goblin for some reason.
Well, ask what it is.
Well, yeah, look, I know you're stuck to this guy, and he's a little weird, and he keeps putting that crab in you, but, maybe we can work a deal with him. How did you get there?
He tells you he's always been here. Are you blind?
Sometimes, whenever people shoot me. Look around for Rodis. Phew.
Ask it about the Technicolor.
Yeah, so I can't help but notice bearded elephant in the room. What's up with the color? I like it. I want to know how to get that myself.
The beard seems a little confused to what you mean by color, but he says it in a much more rude and dwarven way.
I don't
So-
understand anything.
Do you think if we took you off of Aubrey's face and put you on my face, would you still be you?
The voice changes. It's now speaking Gnomish. And it's going on and on about different like contraptions that you could theoretically build, but they all sound really bad, like window plungers.
In case your windows get clogged.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if any of you speak Gnomish, though.
I don't.
Anything, Francis?
I'll shrug. He's not aware of the color.
What about him? What is he?
He just says he's always been there. And then I asked him if, I could transpose him onto my face, and then he started talking this weird tongue.
How strange.
Yeah, it
Kino-
is strange. And I'm gonna pull out the fake beard and put that on my face.
Kino pipes up and lets you know that that is Gnomish.
What did he say?
Is
Kino says, I apologize. I recognize the language. I don't personally speak Gnomish.
A mystery for another day, then.
Keep the strangest company there, Aubrey.
It just keeps showing up. I don't know what's happening in my life, Francis.
Me neither, Aubrey. Me neither. I'll take a big sip of, I guess, water. Do we have anything stronger here?
Plant juice.
Plant juice, the man says.
Isn't... Wait,
Is tea soup?
is water wet?
But, I'm sure they have tea if you want tea.
You really want leaf water, though?
That or bean juice.
I'm looking for like hops water, barley water, wheat water.
Oh, if you're bringing up all that, Janine will let you know. You'll be hard pressed to find something of that nature here.
This is a dry
Nature.
county.
You had to be 150 and older to purchase alcohol in Druid Village.
Says the habitual poisoning of oneself isn't smiled upon here.
I'm just asking for a friend.
For a friend, he says. I sent the list of scrolls to you in Discord. We can go ahead and teleport back.
Hold on.
is a second scroll. 1 second here. No. So you guys are teleporting back?
Well, we're teleporting to Summers Grove.
Okay. Probably a good plan. Give me that D100.
And
Are
somebody
these
rolled a
all level 2
D100 for me.
spells?
Yeah, they're all level 2 spells.
Okay. They're,
So,
they're all 140 instead of 150.
oh, neat.
Yeah. There's a pretty big scroll industry in West Cran.
I'm sure there is.
The competition drove prices down a bit. Oh, okay. That's Leland. Okay. I understand.
Surrogate roll.
Yeah.
Surrogate roll.
So you guys land in Summers Grove. Where in Summers Grove were you landing?
Actually, while I'm in Summers Grove, I would like to go ahead and cast Ears of the City again.
Okay.
And I'd like to consult the creation of Summers Grove.
You're looking for a tough one here. Let's see what you got for, are you doing diplomacy or perception?
Perception, I just want to see.
Alright.
I mean, technically, either result is just seen, but somebody roll me a d20 plus 13, if you will.
Yeah. Hmm.
It was already rolled.
It was already
Yeah,
rolled.
use Leland's.
I mean, you see a bunch of different people from the village who all converse on their theories of how the village was made. There are a few people who believe it to be a like a criminal sanctuary. There are a few people who believe it to be a government trap. In other words, the government used it like a honeypot to catch criminals. They were just waiting for the Hell Knights to come kicking in the door.
Confirmed.
I mean, what were you looking for specifically here?
No, nothing specific. I think that's like a fair amount of information.
Okay.
It's not a particularly like super in-depth spell,
Yeah.
but
A lot of
we'll go ahead
conspiracy
and stop.
theories.
And yeah, let's go ahead and head back to the edge of the forest.
Okay. Radish, you doing anything while you're in Summers Grove, or you just heading back to the water? Assuming
Water.
you're heading back to the water. You gonna make up a disc boat again?
Shoot. No, I can't do that.
Cut
Just
out.
fly me.
Gonna get that disc boat.
I can totally just fly him. I'll cast fly.
So both of you fly over the water.
Yes.
And then, again, you're given an order to halt. Luckily for you,
Yeah, we just tell him we're here to see Janine.
I mean, luckily for you, the person who emerges from one of the trees is the same person that you were there with the first time, who recognizes you and is very confused that you keep coming into the village but are never let out of the village.
Enthusiastically wave at him.
But nonetheless, he gives you a guide, and the guide leads you back to town. So is anybody in the village doing anything while you're there?
Just hanging out with the old man.
Packing.
Okay.
Gonna try and help Holov pack because we're taking celery. I'm sure Janovan would not be happy about that.
Wait, what?
Bananovan.
We'll get there and we'll be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up. We're back. We talked to Celery, and Holoff is probably just fucking with everybody.
Janine looks genuinely offended that you would even suggest something like this.
What do you
Right.
mean?
That's what Celery kept saying. She said he's a really good actor, but he's also kind of an asshole, and that he was probably just messing with us. But there's no way to tell, so it doesn't matter.
Wait.
What are we waiting on?
Did Holav react strangely at all to that information? That was to her saying that?
You look over, and there's something very... There's one thing that stands out about Holov whenever you look over there. And he's got a thumbs up.
I don't think that's true, Zeta. What else
Well,
did she say?
I'd like to
Zeta's
try and
gonna
confirm
kinda-
it. You
Go
go.
on, Radis.
Oh, okay. I'd like to try and confirm it, if that's all right. I think if I could talk to him for a little while, just him and I, maybe I could get something out of him.
Good cop, bad cop. I got you. Bad cop here.
Okay.
No, Radis would clearly be the good cop.
Yeah. Me, bad cop.
No, you're like you're not the good cop. You're like the nice cop.
Okay.
See, I just need you to sign guilty right here, and we can all go home. I'll get you some coffee on the way out.
Just a line with guilty? Question mark. Yes or no?
Raz gets up and
He gets Olaf in court and he's like, Mr. Amdapur, are you
For
guilty?
opening!
No, he's like, Mr. Amdapur, are you guilty, Zaflan?
Thumbs up. That settles that.
Cuff him, boys.
You heard him. Beep, beep. 2 yeses.
We can't cuff him, sir.
Aubrey,
Jesus.
Aubrey, in a cop movie, you would be Will Ferrell.
Yeah, but like Will Ferrell from Elf in a cop movie.
Yeah,
From
just like forever enchanted but perplexed by your own beard.
He could be good cop and bad cop. His beard can be bad cop.
You better tell me what I need to know, or I'll let the beard have you.
Don't make me take the crab out of his mouth.
Don't make me take the crab out.
But no, Janine's pretty against the idea of you interrogating this old man.
I don't want to interrogate him. I just want to talk to him. That's all. It's not an interrogation. I don't want to lay hands on him. I don't want to lay bullets on him. I just want to talk to him. Man to man, that's it. And if it turns out I think he really is senile, then we just let it go.
It's not the interrogation room. Everybody get out.
No, I was just going to take him back to his room and have a conversation with him.
Okay.
Or try to.
Yeah, Janine is okay with the two of you. I mean, she's going to accompany Holof. She doesn't like the idea of anybody being completely alone with Holof. If
No.
not, yeah.
Janine, as they get to the door, Radis is going to say, Janine, if he is really playing a long game here, you know what, never mind. I'm probably not going to get anything out of him anyway. Alright, let's give this a try. What's Holov's room look like?
Um,
It's a room. So we're in a room.
So you're in a room. God damn it. So no, it's a pretty plain room. It's got two single beds. One of the beds has some bars on it that go up.
It's like a cradle.
Essentially, yeah, it's something like that.
Don will
Couple of
I mean, not
dressers,
Don.
one
Radis
window.
will find a place to kind of take a seat, and he'll make Holov take a seat. Mr. Holov, there's a flan.
Puts up a thumbs up.
Okay. Look, I'm pretty sure you're not fucking with us, but I have to find out, okay? Now, if I have any reason to believe that you're not fucking with us, I'm about to go on a journey to go find you a Sun Orchid elixir to bring back your sanity. Or I'm about to expend a lot of resources to have a wish granted on you to bring back your sanity. If you are fucking with us, I don't know why you be doing such a long game like this. I don't know if it's to avoid the responsibility that you may feel with the Iomedaeans and the actions that they are contributing to the chaos of Cheliax's well-being. I don't know if you just don't want to get embroiled in the whole conflict between Cheliax and the Iomedaeans. I don't know if you want to feel responsible for the fact that your friend Zaflan...
Oh, he
Thumbs
puts up
up.
a thumbs up, yeah.
Okay.
I was wondering what the pause was for a second.
If your friend Zaflan has built a cannon that is capable of wiping all these people off of the face of Galarian. Now look, if you're not screwing with us, I need you to give me any indication at all that what you're doing right now is your choice. That you're doing this for a reason. So you don't waste my time, you don't waste everyone's time, and you don't make people worry about you needlessly. So please, I know you've had a bit of a trickster streak. I know you like messing with people. And I know that maybe you feel like you have to do this. But if you give me a sign, we drop it, we leave it, and we don't come back to it. So anything will do. Just help me help you. And then you give me that, and we're out of your hair forever. You won't see us no more. We won't go to your old friends about this no more. We won't try and fix shit that ain't our problem. Please.
He kind of squints. He nods.
See, I can't tell if that's just you doing your senile thing, or if you actually understand what I'm saying. Alright. I guess that's that then. He gets up. Sorry, Miss Janine. Looks like Celery Roy's just being a jerk. What the fuck is my cat doing? Yeah, gets up and leaves the room. Starts leaving the room. Doubt Holov will stop him, because if he is fucking with us, then he's not gonna stop fucking with us. Ryan, was Holov this much of an asshole? Yes. Yes,
I don't think he was an asshole. You guys
Would he
were
do
the
something
ass-
like this? No. Fuck you.
Fine.
Holov was a total asshole.
Olaf did so many good things for you guys. and then you're like summoning skeleton boats and stuff. And he's like, well, fuck. Oh, and blasting, his friends. But he was motivated by vengeance.
Come on, Olaf, say something. Anything. Anything. Just something. Alright. I guess he really has lost his marbles, Janine. Sorry about that.
She kind of gives you a nod, helps Olaf to his feet.
Alright, this will reconvene with the others. He shakes his head. I think he really has lost it. Now, if you guys are serious about helping him, we have some potential solutions, but they might detract a little bit from what y'all wanted to do originally.
Well, we already have the diamond.
Right, but we need to go to the Emerald Valley or the Umbral Basin.
Umbral Basin.
Yeah, we need to go to the Umbral Basin first.
Why do y'all need to go to the Umbral Basin?
We have to meet with the Shadow Dragons
Okay, why do you need to meet with the Shadow Dragons?
to find out if the world's going to end or not.
The world is not gonna end! You've been led on a wild goose chase!
And apocalypse.
That'd be such a good time for it, wouldn't it?
You were kicked out of your village because you were too much trouble to handle.
That may be true.
And by the way, when you did come back to get answers, you found out that the person that sent you on this wild goose chase dipped.
Dipped in what?
He left,
us.
Leland.
We just
He left.
we just haven't found him yet. He's temporarily missing.
There is no end of the world. And if there is an end of the world, it's not something that you chucklefucks can take care of. But I'll tell you something you can take care of, is a hero that made your lives possible in the first place.
Right, but we can't do anything for him if the world's done.
The world isn't going to end.
I still think
And
there's a
what
good
makes you
possibility
think-
something bad will happen, but I think that bad thing might be the bombard, so that's where I stand.
And what makes any of you think that you're capable of changing things? Look at this crew. We've got a wizard with no self-control. You've got a Hell Knight that doesn't even know why he was brought back to life and can't make up his mind anymore. You've got Leland. No offense, Leland. You're very strong, but you're not very smart.
Oh.
I don't know. I think we're the best kind of group that would make change, right? Like we have
That's
the
what you
most.
call a ragtag group of adventurers right there.
Listen,
Already
Radis, the first
exist.
thing you need to understand about magic is that magic is inflicting your will upon changing the world. So the very thing that we're going to do is change the world. That's the magic that's in our hearts all along.
You are naive and stupid.
I'm sure the council didn't expect to change the nation.
You were so friendly at Celery's.
It's just... We have a chance to absolutely help someone right now, and you want to go off and do something that probably won't do anything for anyone.
Well, it's not like we can do anything for him right now.
So we just bring him with us.
I don't
That's
know
not
if Janine
going
would
to happen.
appreciate that. Listen, Radis, I'm optimistic about this situation. We can put it on the to-do list and revisit it at a later time.
You're optimistic about everything lately, Zeta. Did you take something that I wasn't aware of? Did you take some drugs or something?
I don't steal much.
Whoa.
Pick up any strange objects lately?
No?
But don't we already have the means of casting the wish?
Well, sure.
So it
You know-
seems the simplest solution. Just do
You know
it.
what? You assholes go to the Umble Valley, all right? Just take me home before you do that, and I pray to Aurori that I never have to see your faces again.
We'll see you next Tuesday, Radis.
Probably. just get on the road already and stop bothering people around here.
Okay, speech over. Let's go, guys.
Alrighty. Wish later. I mean, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Unless he is faking and then he makes a break for it as soon as we leave.
No, he's not that smart.
Just imagining an old Olaf just booking it. Jesus!
How's he so fast? He's running in full plate.
If we want to come back to Holov later, why don't we just bring him with us?
That would make the most sense.
He's not in the best traveling condition.
That's also a good point.
We have a carriage.
We
Or
do have a
Zeta
carriage.
has a carriage.
Sometimes.
Nonetheless, I mean, it'd be like taking care of a baby the entire time.
I mean, if he can
Aubrey
still
does
fight
bring up a
back,
good point.
he should be fine.
What's worse than hell? Having children. I don't want it.
I don't know. I understand that parenthood is an adventure.
Umbral Basin, then?
I can make a carriage. After all, we can always just come back here.
Right, but why do that if we can just bring him with us?
Well, he doesn't want to go with us.
Yeah, Janine already mentioned that she wouldn't want him to travel. We don't want to go against
Well,
her wishes.
We can bring her with us too.
I think she's pretty tied to this place, like
Well,
everyone else that lives here.
I didn't see any rope.
Emotionally tied.
Well, that's fine. She can leave Holov with us then.
We'll be back, Leland.
It's not like we're going anywhere. It'll be almost like we never even left at all. Except that we did leave.
Hmm.
Are you guys all packed?
Always.
Don, we're leaving Holoff here.
Good. That seems like the right option. Let's dump this yokel off and get out of here.
Radis, do you need a horse? You need
This
a
what?
horse.
A horse would be nice, yes.
I'm gonna make you a horse.
Thank you.
Tell me, are you
Belf-
familiar at all
Belful
with
polymorph.
polymorph magic?
Wait. No, never mind. I thought you said that you were going to create me a horse, not turn me into a horse.
Right, make you a horse.
No. Create me a horse.
Ooh. Okay. Hang
That's
on.
advanced.
So, I'd like to bring up one thing that I feel like everyone's probably forgotten about. And it's that Killswitch has a chicken with him.
It's just a chicken now, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just a
it's-
chicken.
And now it lives in the best place a chicken can live.
It's his chicken familiar.
Well, unless he wants to bring it along, of course.
It's a very familiar chicken.
We make it hungry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's his familiar chicken.
Hey, Francis, can we eat the chicken that was sentient yesterday?
Don't eat
Whoa.
the chicken.
Whoa.
That is prime member of the heretics. You leave it alone, Aubrey. It is not easy teaching chickens to play instruments. All right, we need to keep the progress we've made.
They're a rare breed.
Kino kind of pipes in and says, that chick can play an instrument.
Yeah, Tamis, show it what you can do.
I'll
Wait, sorry. Normally Tamis is a little bit more human, so I don't think we're gonna get a whole lot out of this.
I can play a song. Tamis likes to dance.
There we go. Play your Asmodeus one.
Oh yeah, I love that song.
This is a terrible idea.
Well, no,
it.
How is it a terrible? Look, the
Terrible
content of the
idea.
songs aren't really like the content doesn't really matter. They just
Time to start hearing
just
the
kinda
shuffling
slap,
of
you know?
Olaf. Evil! Evil!
the songs really slap.
Wait, did Zeta just say evil?
No, that's
Okay.
what's about to happen.
So, give me a handle animal. Kill switch.
Oh, I was muted. Okay.
Okay. So, kill switch kind of places Tamis up on the table and starts strumming his music, getting in there. And it takes a little bit before Tamis really takes notice of what's happening, before he starts kind of stepping rhythmically, kind of side to side, throws in some pecks. Kino is kind of awestrucken by a dancing chicken. So is Satula. Satula's getting way too close.
What's Satula doing?
Satula's getting real close to this dancing chick.
Don? Don, guard the star.
Don shakes his head.
Alright, Tamis. Alright, that's enough dancing. I'll go pick up Tamis.
You pick him up just as Satula's raising up, getting a little too high up.
Yep. Okay.
She kind of
That's enough
looks
dancing
and
for
watches the pocket you place Tamis in.
So, forget about Tamis, guys.
But how can we forget about Tamis? He's our man, chicken man.
He's a gift to this world now. And yeah, we're gonna back away from Satula.
Satula seems a bit disheartened by the removal of the dancing chick and goes back to obsessing over the light show that is Aubrey's beard.
I'll flex it a little.
It's a weird flex, but okay. But
Squint my eyes at Satula, watching you.
Kino says it's most fascinating that you found any avian really that can dance. I was not aware that animals could be musically inclined.
Oh well, you know, if you raise them right.
So, does Satula just have the attention span of a gerbil?
Well, she's a snake.
More of a snake.
Not
yeah.
Satula. Oh, it was Satula.
Yeah,
Okay.
Satula's a snake.
Yeah. I was thinking, what's her name?
Janine?
Yeah, that one.
Thought Janine was rising up against this chick.
I thought Janine was the one going back and forth between staring at the light show and the
You've had a
chicken.
different scene in your head.
A much more entertaining scene.
Oh
No,
man.
it's no, it's Tamus is good. He wouldn't harm anyone's father in any way.
It's killed no fathers so far. Right up there with Quackor then.
He's one of the few good ones.
So, it is getting a bit later in the day. It's probably mid-afternoon to late afternoon. So what's everybody doing? Where are you guys headed?
Umbra Basin.
Why are we going to the Umbral Basin again?
To meet
We have
shadow
to-
dragons.
Continue our investigation of the dragons.
I thought we dealt with the dragon.
There's several dragons, at least 10 in the world so far.
It almost
More
seems like
opportunities to
having
kill dragons.
Well, okay, guys. As much as I think that this schmuck, this old fart here, has done nothing but terrible for the city, he might also be useful against dragons.
I'm not taking the old man.
Francis has a plan. Just open the door, throw a hole up in, and close the door.
Close the door.
It's a pretty
Close the
good
Umbral
plan.
Close the Umbral Basin.
Yeah, open the Umbral Basin, throw in hole off.
Fuck.
It's not the worst idea I've had.
I don't know. It's pretty up there.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
Is it?
So,
Look, you don't know what his smites feel like.
so, what's the current consensus?
Head to the Umbra Basin without an old man.
Okay,
Without the old man, yeah.
so current plan is to head out. So, everybody's getting ready to go?
Yeah.
Alright.
And I'll
Guess.
cast mount so that Radis has a horse. I don't make Radis a horse. I make Radis a horse.
Make a horse for Radis.
Yeah.
Of course.
Wasn't that in Vale's bio that he was from Longacre?
Yep.
Small world. Vale turns out to be the hero of Longacre.
So, you guys all load up. Janine, kind of grabs one of the children who were playing outside and has a word with them. They scamper off. And then later on, Zeta would recognize this person. And Donovan would recognize this person. And Radis. Actually, everybody... Yeah, most everybody recognizes this as one of the people who led Zeta, Radis, not Obri, Donovan, and Kino into the woods the second time. And he's ready to lead you guys out. Bork.
Get him.
Oh, woo.
She, Janine kind of says her goodbyes to you. Although they're, you could tell it was nice for her to have company. But,
Not us.
yeah, but not you guys. She probably, you know.
Well, that's Tybee the only one that likes us.
We should go bring Tybee with us then.
Soon.
So everybody's gonna get in the cart and Radis is gonna ride on a horse.
Yep.
How long does that
All right,
mount
well-
last?
I think the
I'll ride
horse will last for
alongside.
like 9 hours.
Oh yeah, then you're
I'll
fine.
ride alongside Radis. Why not?
Spring.
On
Yep.
spring.
Spring.
Is Mount a
She's-
Druid spell?
is
No,
she
it's not.
Is she still anthropomorphized?
No, not at all. She wasn't. Hasn't
that
been
was-
in a long time.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
used on the chicken last.
That's right.
And the horse actually lasts for 18 hours.
Okay.
Jeez.
So,
From
gotcha.
the plane of horses.
Plane of elemental horse. So
No,
Radis,
horse ele-
Radis and Obi riding on horseback. Everybody else is in the cart, and the druid fellow leads you guys out. You end up popping out right where the right where you popped in, right at the river's edge.
Can this wagon make it across the river?
It's time for Oregon Trail. Do you try to ford the river?
Of course
Yes.
we do.
We have to sentry.
It's the only way.
I guess give me a d20 roll, Zeta. It's your carriage.
If we have to, Leland can pull it.
It's deep enough in some places where pulling it's probably not going to be a thing.
Guys, in retrospect, we should have made the carriage after getting. Zeta's gonna cast Fly on Leland and ask Leland to carry the carriage across.
Okay.
The carriage and the horses
And the
Everybody.
people.
and the
Yeah.
people.
All right, everybody, back at the carriage. Sorry,
You
Radis.
know what? You can roll that d20 at advantage. If Leland's actually going to try to carry it over.
Okay, I've got your back.
Oh, you're so lucky. So lucky you thought of this stupid thing to do with it. So you guys try to ford the
Zeta
river
would never waste a teleport.
with Leland on top of the carriage, pulling up. Keeping the carriage afloat as it goes across. Catches traction on the other side. Aubrey, I need a roll from you as well, a d20. And Radis.
Just
I was
D20.
gonna just tie a rope to it and pull from the other side. But
Okay. And one for Radus.
Radius.
round.
Wait.
Round us. Oh lord, he coming.
The widest cowboy from Alkenstar.
The
Alright.
roundest.
Somebody else roll a d20 for him. Alright. You guys make it across just fine. The summoned mount and spring are able to swim with the extra weight.
She's my good girl.
So you guys end up in a Summers Grove proper before long. It's actually probably sun is setting at this point. By the time you guys get back there.
No reason to stick around. We can just head out.
You guys just gonna hit the road?
Nothing but bad memories back here, man.
Yeah, might as well.
Are you gonna leave Chicken or is he tagging along?
Oh no, he's with me. We've come this
What?
far.
Speaking of,
It'll be nice for Snips to have a
whatever
friend.
happened to Ebony?
She's hanging around.
Oh, I'm sure she's been hanging out with Killswitch.
Background character.
Not with
Dragons.
Dawn, now that Dawn's back?
No, Dawn smells weird now.
Oh.
I mean, dragons are a lot
I mean,
like cats. They sleep for
Francis
like
does too.
18 hours a day.
Oh, right, Ebony. Of course she would like the smell of Francis now.
It smells like death.
Love it.
It smells like rot. Perfect. So, you guys are just gonna truck on through the night?
Sure.
Might as well. It's a magic carriage.
Spring is not a magic horse.
Yeah, once she gets tired, I'll stone
She
her
could
and
be.
get back in the carriage. Stone her just to death.
All I'm saying is she could be a magic horse.
Get all Old Testament on that horse.
And I think
Oh,
the
it'll
horse,
come.
I think the summoned horse is also physical. Like it's a horse.
Yeah, it's an actual horse.
Yeah, so it also can't just run through the night.
Well, it also only just came into existence, so
Okay.
it's probably well rested. Radis could just like sleep while riding it, you know?
Nah, you can't ride a horse for more than. And this is gonna sound stupid. I had to actually look up the rules for it. If you overwork a horse, you will just kill it. It
True.
will just die.
That's
Yeah.
an IRL thing, I think.
Yeah,
It is.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's why when you guys, you probably don't remember this very minor detail, but back whenever you guys rode the horses with
Oh,
the
yeah, I remember.
Hell Knights,
They were
Well,
like
that was
bleeding from the
not a-
nose and
that was
shit.
Not a
Yeah.
minor detail.
yeah, those horses were
There was
dying.
nothing about that detail that was minor.
Yeah, that's why the cleric of that group had to channel positive
Channel
energy
positive.
to keep the horses going.
Fucking wild.
Yeah. So yeah, all of you will end up crammed in the cart, and it'll probably be morning before you guys actually make it to Danehold. But you guys can probably sleep in the cart. It'll be a little cramped, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Zita, you've seen the new Avengers?
No.
Fuck.
I was gonna do that tomorrow.
Zeta may have, though.
That's true. Zeta probably has.
No, there's a scene that I'm trying to portray. That's all right. Well, you guys
So we
wake
just
up.
break until tomorrow and we all go see the movie.
You guys will
No
You know.
spoilers, por favor.
probably end up in the in Danehold by morning. I'm sure that's probably where you sent the cart to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wake up a little stiff, but the day is yours. Kuthana the 25th. Doot, doot. It's still fairly early in the morning. You guys are free to prepare spells and do all the things you want to do.
We're gonna scribe spells, actually.
Sure. It is very cold today.
I did it.
Did it.
Wait. One more. Oh god, I gotta move so much stuff on my spells sheet. Why did I make it like this? I have to make a fucking Excel doc.
Okay. Let me go ahead and move this over to the Danehold, man. I don't think it matters that much. It's good to show off the other maps. Even though I don't have all my music anymore. Which is incredibly sad.
It hurts every time.
Yep. Thanks, Roll20. You did it.
I
Again.
recently went back to try to find some old music that I put on Roll20. All gone.
Yep. Everything's gone.
Yep.
Thanos snap got us. So, right. What are you guys doing in Danehold?
We should probably tell Gil, Tybee, and Furia that we're gonna go
that's
kill
probably
another dragon.
It wouldn't
Yeah,
be wise to just go to the Umbral Basin and not tell anyone.
Also, I want to check on Tybee. I need to make sure he's the same size that he was.
Alright. So, you guys are heading over to check on, I guess, Furia in town and then Gil's estate on the way out.
I'm sure Don wants to go visit Furia by himself.
Yes.
Whatever you said.
But again,
My god.
Squeak, squeak, honk.
did we just get visited by a pack of roaming clowns? What's happening here?
Clowns and dolphins.
Fucking that horrible eat.
Dolphins all have a look on their face like, why? Why summon
dude, the
me
infernal
here?
dolphin.
Yeah.
Yeah, the evil dolphin.
This isn't water.
Pig squealing dolphins.
He's only summoned one dolphin into water, and it was terrible water.
Francis truly is the most evil.
It's true. The dolphins are like, oh boy, I can't wait to help my evil overlord. Slap down on land.
Oh god, why?
Alright. So is Don going to see Fury on his own?
Yeah.
Alright. So we'll let you do that. Is there anything you wanting to bring up about this interaction?
No.
Okay. Everybody else is heading over to Gil's estate. So, like I said, still early. As you approach, you hear a general raucous coming up from inside. Actually, Donovan, while you're on your way over there, give me a perception check, and we'll get back to you in a second.
All right. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not great at that.
I believe in you.
You shouldn't.
Look at that. Look at that good old roll. We'll get back to you. Well, you know, it's easy enough. You, on your way there, there's a real acrid smell in the air. But back to our other party members here. So you guys arrive. There's a ruckus going on
Zeta's
inside.
gonna cast heightened awareness, which is gonna last for like an hour and 20 minutes.
Assuming that does something similar to what I expected to do. Oh wow, that's really good. Okay, gotcha. Alright, is anybody going to knock on the door, or... Okay.
Yeah, we'll go knock.
So the raucous kind of ends abruptly, and you hear a tromping. The door opens, and Tywee is extremely excited to see everybody, and super interested in what's going on with Aubrey.
Trust me, kid. I am too.
And
Is Tybee the
tiny
same
ogre.
size?
yeah, it's just
All right, good guys. Tybee's the same size.
Well, was Tybee going to shrink?
No.
inside. You would see that there are a few of the reformed bandits. Um, a couple of them lay on the ground, and a few of them have a relieved look on their face, sort of a saved by the bell. And of course, Tybee inquires why you guys are here.
Oh, we're gonna go kill another dragon.
Or talk to one. It'll likely come to kill.
Tybee is um, very enthusiastic about the idea of you guys going out to slay dragons.
See, I was thinking maybe you could come with us, but I think we got to talk to Gil first.
His eyes light up, and he says, "I'll go get Hoppy." He kind of
Hoppy.
trots off real fast. A few minutes later, you see Tybee open the foyer door from the other side, and he's obviously basically pulling Gil along by the hand. And Gil kind of tries to close the door behind him as he enters. He notices you all and waves and comes up and says, "What? It's a nice surprise to see you all stop by again. What brings you around? I understand you guys are reportedly about to kill a dragon."
Well, or talk to one. I don't know yet.
Talk to one is probably the preferable outcome, but kill one is probably how it might result.
They're kind of the same thing.
They're not the same thing at all, Francis. One of them is completely unnecessary except in self-defense.
I mean, they're both kind of the same things for me.
Are they?
He's a bard.
Kind of.
He just talks at people to death.
It doesn't really make a lot of... Well,
He says his Leland spell. Or his Dawn spell.
Yep.
Hoppy, of course, is now pleading with Gil that he would also be allowed to go and kill a dragon.
Hoppy.
I think that's
Tybee.
what they do.
Tybee is pleading with Hoppy. And of course, Gil says, "No, you can't go running off and try to kill or talk to dragons. That is a terrible idea."
He's not wrong, Tybee. Last time we did this, Don kind of died.
He kind of looks among you and he asks, "He died again?" And you can see the tears starting to well up.
No. Just the first time he died.
He's all the same confused as to where Don is, if he's not dead.
Don's,
Now he's a
you
little
know.
suspicious that you might just be lying to him now.
Don's visiting his wife. Did they got married,
Dawn
right?
has a wife?
That didn't happen? Maybe I dreamed that.
Yeah, I thought I would be his best man.
Well, it was me, so...
Gil's a little confused about this as well. Says, "I didn't know one of your companions had been married."
Not married then, he's just, in a relationship with Furia.
Oh, right, Furia.
He's kicking the old tin can, if you know what I mean, Gil.
No, I have no idea what you mean.
Holy shit!
He's swatting the old fly. If you
Oh, I know. And Loon's gonna raise his hand up high,
Yep.
and he's gonna try and swat some of Francis's flies. Roll damage! Oh no.
Let's do the attack roll.
Fucking cat! Ack fucking cat. Okay, so.
clawed me.
Anyway, we're going to the Umber Basin, and we just
Oof.
wanted to not go and not let anyone know, just in case, we don't come back.
Francis, that beat your AC.
What'd you roll? A 19?
19.
It was a pretty bad roll.
5 up to 19? He meets.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof. Here comes a swatting.
$18 non-lethal damage.
I'm out.
What? How?
I never healed.
Leftovers.
Well, you heal one non-lethal an hour.
KO.
It's been more than 18 hours since then, hasn't it?
Okay, so I started off with 54 non-lethal.
Yeah, that was over a day ago, wasn't it?
That was
No. Well, yeah, no, it has been.
Yeah,
a little
yeah, it
over a
was.
day.
It's been
We've
2
traveled
rests.
for a day.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we're at what? Probably closer to 32, 36 hours.
Not looking great either way. It's still a hefty swat.
Did I get any flies though?
Yeah, probably. There's probably like 5 or 6 of them. Look like a constellation that are going to be imprinted into Killswitch's flesh for a while.
I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my hand off.
Oh, that smell's staying for a while.
Oh no.
Look, choices have consequences. So, Kino kind of pokes in from the door. He had been in the cart, and he begins to introduce himself, but then is a bit caught off guard by a Gripply and a small Minotaur. Says, hello, my name's, excuse me, am I?" And Gil says, "Can I help you?" Kino's kind of stammering a bit. Says, "Oh, sorry, I wasn't." They'd mentioned, "Are you Gil?" He says, "I am." They'd failed to mention that you were a Gripply. Is all. I wasn't expecting
Wow, racist much?
wasn't expecting a Gripply, or a Minotaur for that matter. Why would you guys not bring this up? This is a rare sight.
Well, I guess we just grew pretty accustomed to them.
I guess it's because we see them as people and not oddities.
Well, no,
You're
Don.
racist.
It's understandable. I mean,
What part of that
you just-
accent sounds like Don?
Radis.
Well, now hang on,
there was no
guys.
accent there.
Just a little while ago, you guys were saying that I wasn't people.
You're not
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
Zeta's
But she's-
people.
She's people in like a political sense.
Over
what
to
you're saying
their
is-
taxes over there.
Under the laws
Jackson?
of magic, she's not people.
Taxes!
By the way, Gil, have you learned anything of that book we left with you?
He kind of
No.
lights up a little bit and says, "Oh, a great deal. It's accelerated my studies quite extensively."
What have you learned exactly? How does the magic work?
That's a bit more esoteric. if you'd like, we can go into the study and I can kind of break down what you'd be looking for.
I'll look to everyone. I think we have time for it. If everyone else agrees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of, no, it's too soon.
Sure. Let's see what you learned.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Well, he's gonna bring you guys into the room and start breaking it down, but it's very much magic theory.
So here's my evil plan. Do I get the gist of it? Do I get the gist of it? I have a high intelligence and spellcraft and arcana.
Alright, give me the spellcraft check.
Oh no, my spellcraft is not as high as I thought it was.
Oh no.
My spellcraft is pretty high.
Let me roll a skill. Alright.
Decent.
Oh no, my skill's bad.
I thought it was intelligence based. Wait, is it?
It is intelligence based.
I guess I just never put anything into it because Zeta always had.
Relying on your party too much.
I can assist on that.
Well, you'd roll your own check.
Oh well, then I'll roll my own check.
Yeah, we're all
Sorry, I
good.
missed that. What was the check?
Spellcraft.
Beat you.
So you guys get a cursory idea of what's going on with it. A lot of it has to do with a mix. Okay. A lot of it has to do with a mix of a lot of things that are used in metamagics, as well as higher level spell casting. Because mind you, his work was taking what. Let me try to think here. So the book you guys had found on teleportation, his work was in that same vein of magic,
Ah.
but he had made it for cure light wounds, essentially. So using sacred geometry mixed with material components, he essentially made a long form casting ritual that, given the proper skills and incantations, could be done in theory ad infinitum and by someone who isn't necessarily practiced in magic, but it uses um, it's the source of the power isn't a science, if that makes sense. He doesn't understand that part, but he knows it works, and he's got it in a
He has a
practical
theory.
sense. Right. He has theories on why it works, but he knows he can at least do this.
Well, we've made 4 more progress with it than we have.
And it is a long and dry explanation. If it wasn't for the subject matter being interesting, it's rough. So while that's going on, we'll cut over to Donovan on his little trip to Fury's house.
Okay.
Like I said, on the way there, you notice an acrid smell in the air, but what you want to do with that is entirely up to you.
Well, I guess I'll check that smell out first. Do I smell it coming from any direction, or?
That's a little tougher. Give me a survival.
Oof. Could I not and say that I did?
Nah, if you're trying to track this thing down based on smell.
Oh, here I go.
Here I go surviving
did it.
again.
Here I go sniffing again.
It's tough. You're not. The winds keep changing. It's not obvious which way it's coming from.
Okay. Well, I'll go head out to Furia's.
Okay.
Knock on her door.
When you get there, you can actually smell the breakfast coming from inside. And she comes and answers the door. She's got most of her plate mail on. You can tell this is just her morning ritual. You know, she gets most of her stuff ready to go, eats, puts on the rest, and then heads out. She's of course excited to see you. Whatever pleasantries you would associate with a greeting, and then ask why you're back in town and for how long.
Shrugs. Well, honestly, probably not for long. Do you smell that, by the way, aside from the breakfast? That rotting smell?
Um, she says, "Oh, yeah, there's a pretty grisly, I guess you could say, murder. Um, wasn't anybody from here, but most of the remains have been kept over by the jailhouse."
A murder? We were just here. What happened?
We're not entirely sure of what happened to him, but, well, I'll have to phrase this differently, I suppose. He was definitely attacked with some sort of acid, because most of him doesn't exist. But we don't know who did it, or who this person is, or why.
Well, a while ago, I would have thought it could be Ebony, considering, he makes a spewing motion, spits acid. But she's been with us the whole time.
I guess
If
we're
it was Ebony, I'd wring her little neck where she was, but like I said, I don't think it could have been her.
Well, I'll take that as an official testimony from a Hell Knight.
I'm still gonna ask her about it, of course, but in fact, I might go check it out later. But I'm not really sure how long we're in town. Probably not long, honestly. Group's got it in their head that we gotta go kill a shadow dragon next, which I can't seem to find any qualms against, despite the fact that my gut tells me it's a terrible idea. It
I'll
is,
talk to you.
after all, my job to kill monsters.
Well, don't feel too bad about not looking into the Mr. Melt. Uh, like I said, nobody from town knew him, so it's not a. No one cares. It's bad. I know that sounds bad, but you know.
No, I get it. It just must be shocking to have a dead person show up. You said the remains are over by the jailhouse?
Yeah. They just had to put it out back. They didn't want to bring it inside.
Can't say I blame them. I'll go check it out after this.
Beep.
I
Yeah.
just
Prepare yourself.
wanted you
It's quite the sight.
yeah, I
Please.
just wanted you to know I was gonna be gone for a while, and I'm gonna come back as soon as I can, if you want me to. Of course, I don't. It's a nice day.
I mean, come in for breakfast. I could put some more in, and
I don't want to bother you or anything. I am really not good at this.
she kind of grabs him by the under one of the plates, pulls him in,
Oh, okay, this is happening. All right.
and we go back to Gil's house, where you guys
What
are
a
finishing
delightful
up
breakfast.
the lecture of
the fundamentals of magic and how they've been somehow ritualistically coaxed out of mundane things.
Everyone's half asleep. Very interesting, Gil.
Tybie's
Thank you.
extremely asleep.
Oh no, I'm all about this.
Tybee is so incredibly asleep.
Radis is asleep. He's not quite there yet, sorry.
I mean, Gil's got like a little chalkboard up and everything.
Leland's trying to follow. It's not happening.
Leland's like, I know some of these shapes.
That one's a triangle. No, Leland, that's a square.
Oh.
Gil kind of dusts his hands off in an accomplished way and says, and that's the gist of it.
Very fascinating, Mr. Gill.
That was good, but one more time. Can you just...
Francis, it
surely.
clearly seems to be some kind of almost occult ritual approach to magic.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Think we could try it?
Absolutely.
Sure. I mean, you've tried it before.
We've done it before.
Truly.
True.
The running theory I have is that this magic is very ancient, actually. At least this form of magic, I believe to be Aslant. Many of the history books refer to the Aslant of having vast stores of magical potential. Even their most common of folk were said to have been practiced magicians. I think this is how they did it.
How would this wizard have gotten this book in that case?
This would also imply that there's more books out there.
I can't remember. Did you guys? Because I can tell you from Gil's perspective, he encountered the book through you guys, right?
Right.
Yeah. So he says, what wizard?
He was the leader of the bandits. We fought him at a tower and compelled him to give us his equipment.
Us mentioning the wizard because Gil had a similar story of a wizard wearing an absurd fake beard.
His name was Arthur Scarador.
We didn't compel him to give us. No, he gave everything to us, and he said he was quitting. He was quitting the bandit life.
He was the disciple of some archmage.
So what? How are you describing him?
And I mean, I know his name. I know
take
he
the
was
fake
working for an
beard.
archmage.
And put it on and wave my arms around like a wizard.
You do what?
I'm gonna take his fake beard and put it on and wave my arms around like a wizard.
You didn't take his fake beard.
Oh no,
Yes, he
I
did.
did.
Oh, he did?
He's
Remember?
had that beard for a long time.
Okay. Well, he's definitely not going to recognize you then. He's not going to recognize that as looking like Arthas.
Look just like this.
He doesn't know the name, though?
He doesn't recognize the name, it seems.
I'll describe him in detail from what I remember.
Sans a beard.
Sans a beard. I mean, we saw him without a beard.
You saw him with a beard.
Then he took it off.
We saw him both times.
Yeah, you saw him with a beard, then you took his fake beard. My point is, Killswitch trying to impersonate him with a beard wouldn't make sense to Gil, because Gil would not have seen him with a beard. Because Killswitch has it.
I thought Gil would have. I thought Gil saw him before we encountered him.
No.
No?
Nope.
Hmm.
He doesn't recognize the name, and the description is, I mean, how are you going to describe him? Average height, brown hair.
This might require going to the tapes, because I could have sworn Gil mentioned the fake beard.
We have the notes from him, mentioning his family and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that would help enlighten.
I mean, Gil will make the connection that it may be the same individual that you guys had talked to, who
Take a bite. This one's mine.
I don't know what this is.
It's the chocolate Oreo Krispy treat.
Okay.
Oh shit! Sounds like the party over there. I need to go there.
He says it might be the same person who filled in some of the gaps to his theory to begin with. He did have a young man that somewhat matched your description, who he had sat in with on a prior occasion.
Well, he was a pretty bad guy.
He seemed perfectly respectful while he was here.
He wasn't very respectable whenever he sent a dozen bandits after us.
There was a brief moment that I was in danger.
I do believe he had good intentions in the long run, but not very good mean.
Well, either way, he quit. He quit
Yeah.
his life of banditry.
That is what he said.
Well, if he had put that all behind him, then maybe that would explain why he was on a more positive note, I suppose, if I had met this individual, if it was the same person. In any case, I suppose lunch should be prepared in the next hour or two if you're wanting to stick around.
Ooh, lunch does sound good. Lunch sounds like a great idea.
Sure. Come on, we'll go and help set everything up. He kind of ushers you guys through. And he kind of nudges Tybee, who stirs awake and hops up off the little couch, leaving Radis with nothing to lean against.
No.
Is there a fire burning?
Yes, there's a fire in one of the fireplaces.
I'm gonna take the opportunity to add some wood to the fire.
Throwing that fucking cane in, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna snap it into a few pieces and toss it in.
Alright. Roll me a d20. Alright, roll me a d2. Get 2 hero points.
Cool, yeah.
Why?
Because his,
Wasn't his words...
Cane, rend, and pyre.
Yep, so he stole a cane and burned it. Because that's what he thinks
Rendered
his
it
god
first.
wants.
Oh my god.
Thomas.
That wasn't the normal cane, was it?
Look, I don't pick these words.
What do you mean you don't pick these words?
Don't worry about that.
Thank you, our Lord and Savior Grodaddy.
So,
We thank you for these blessed hero points.
and whenever you so when you snap the cane into a few pieces and toss it into the fire, you can see as your beard goes completely jet black, and so does the crab for maybe a couple of seconds, and then goes right back to being a dance party.
All right. I'll join the watch.
I'd like to take Aubrey aside at some point.
Okay. Sure. Pull them apart. Pull them to the side while everything's getting set up.
Aubrey,
Zeta.
Zeta.
Aubrey,
Zeta.
can you share with me what happened when you spoke to your crab?
I don't personally know any magic that can convey the experience to.
That's not what I'm asking. I guess I should rephrase. Aubrey, will you share your memories with me?
Of course.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Share Memory on Aubrey.
Alright. And Aubrey, are you gonna push
Yeah,
through those
my-
memories?
My mind is hers for the picking.
No, you have to show me a minute-long summation of your experiences.
All
Which
right, then.
which minute are you gonna send her?
Can it be like, it has to be 1 minute, or can it be various things that add up to a minute?
Sure, you can make a montage.
Montage. All right, I'm gonna probably whenever the crab first started talking, whenever it first started changing all the colors, me opening up the faucet and being pulled into outer space, seeing the huge creature, and I'll fill the rest with just falling through nightmares, I guess.
There we go. I was hoping the nightmares would make it in the cut. Let me get a will save
From Zeta.
from Zeta.
One of us. Oof.
No. Take 3 wisdom damage.
Now you're an optimistic fool.
No change.
No change. I'm down to 8 wisdom, guys.
High roll on that wisdom damage.
Yeah, that's okay. Three's not so bad.
How'd you
And now, this is Zeta's gonna grasp Aubrey by his shoulders and kind of gently shake him and say, "Aubrey, do you realize what this means?
some weird shit going on?
This changes everything.
How so?
You've experienced the dark tapestry.
Yeah, I've heard that word before.
Do
It,
you
it
not
certainly
understand?
it certainly felt that way.
It certainly felt
Aubrey,
dark and tapestric.
That's where Desna hails from.
Was that Desna?
I don't
Oh my
know.
god, no.
Desna's form is. We only believe it to be that of a moth. Or a butterfly. There's really no telling what she truly would be. or what form she might show to you. Do you think Desna's communicating with you, Aubrey?
Well, I always imagined Desna's voice being a little more melodic than the static I hear.
It's possible, but perhaps it's your interpretation that is static. Perhaps your receptors are not open enough.
The only thing I do know is that I know nothing. So I am open
Perhaps-
to all theories.
Perhaps you need antenna.
Is it OB time?
We'll figure something out.
But this is amazing. This is wait. Stay still. Sada's gonna produce a dagger.
Let's stab him.
She's gonna cast a spell,
Stab him.
and then she's gonna stab Aubrey.
God
Does
damn
it hurt?
Probably.
I mean, yeah,
Getting
kind
stabbed.
of.
Feels like
it
being
does-
stabbed.
It does 2 damage.
Whoa, Zeta, you can. I mean, if you want to stab me for a spell, I'll let you. You gotta warn.
You kind of want somebody
I
before
thought
you
that
just
was
stab 'em.
implied when I began canting. I apologize, Aubrey. But now,
Which is ritually sacrifice Aubrey.
don't worry about that part. Aubrey, if you wish, you may make a will save.
I'm not gonna resist you. I trust you.
Just got stabbed. I trust you.
Yeah, magic. It's weird.
Sometimes you gotta get stabbed.
I just dragged her through nightmares.
The dagger that I stabbed you with, part of the ritual was actually cutting myself to put blood on the dagger and then stabbing you with it.
There you go. That's even more trusting.
Married
Yeah,
now.
see? So now we're good.
Now I'm an outsider.
So yeah, okay. Great. Aubrey, I will now know if you ever return to space again, I'll know where you are so we can retrieve you.
What?
That's good. I'll feel more comfortable with that. Space aids!
What did you just do?
I cast Mark of Blood. It's a transmutation curse. I can spend a move action to know the direction and general distance of Aubrey.
Okay.
And it's permanent.
Since she has a piece of her life force in me, can she see the crap?
Nope.
Nope, it doesn't work that way. But it works in a lot of other funny ways.
General distance. I cannot wait to hear what that is. 82 parsecs.
Okay, we can rejoin the group.
Yep. Lunchtime. It's pizza time.
Zeta is clearly affected after their conversation
Yeah.
And,
Affected's a word for it.
and is even more optimistic and friendly than usual.
And even more impulsive.
Absolutely.
So what's we'll cut back to Donovan. I'm assuming on his way out from Fury's house.
Yeah.
Where is he going off to now?
Oh, I'm gonna check out that body.
Sure.
A dead body, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I thought you were still
Wowzers.
talking about Furia's body.
The dead
That
one.
already happened.
That's why I was confused. I'm gonna check out that body. Huh?
The dead body. That's what the kids are calling it these days. So, sure enough, you head out back behind the police station. There's like a curtain. It's been drawn around, like a small overhang. And when you peek back there, it is a grisly sight of probably a quarter of a person that's in a little pool of his own melted self.
Ugh.
Give me a perception, or I guess you could use a raw mental stat, if that's better somehow.
It's Don. It's not better.
I'll say it's an
Let's say it's
advantage
nothing to
there.
scoff at. Oh, look at that.
Oh, no, you're
Look
fine.
at that.
Doing just fine.
It's Arthas.
Ah! Got him.
Yeah, there's a problem with that. Don never met Arthas.
Don never met Arthas. That's great.
Wait, Arthas the wizard from
Yep.
Yep.
The book.
long
book boy.
before we went.
Oh, no!
shit.
Gil killed Arthas!
So you know,
Oh.
I mean, you get a grisly visage of this guy, but
Wait, no, hold on. They've described Arthas to me at least.
not like this.
No, not like this, but like Don would sit there and be like, this guy looks...
No, I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't think we can describe him in such detail that you would just be like, ah.
Yeah, that you could
This
recognize a
rat-
mangled corpse.
Gil killed Arthas.
Well, there you have it. You have a, you know what this guy looks like, and he sure is melted.
I'm gonna go meet up at Gil's house.
Okay. You probably get back there about the time everybody's eating already, but mid dinner, mid lunch.
Hey guys,
Hey, Donovan.
I got something to show y'all after all this is done.
Oh my gosh.
100% down. Let's go see it now. We don't even need to eat.
Yeah, it's probably actually for the best.
Zeta's ring is eating her food.
That's fine. I'll leave the ring by the food.
The ring does not want to be left by the food.
Oh,
It's
okay,
got, like-
well, I'll-
It's got like what equates to a straw.
Slur.
It's like extending a proboscis out.
I'll hold some of the fruit in my hand to give to the ring. Hungry boy.
So here's what I'm imagining Zeta's doing. You can correct me if this isn't it. I'm imagining you pick up the food, and then you just close your fist around it, and let the ring eat what's in the hand.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's good. That's so good. So is everybody just popping up to go follow Don now?
Oh, like if Don has something, if he's excited about something, I'm there.
100%.
Yep.
We're gonna fly right after him.
Don doesn't get enthused.
Don gets enthused all the time, just only when it's involving like deals
Francis.
and contracts and devils and Francis,
True. Dying.
So
Hell Knight stuff, monster killing.
are you gonna preface this and let them know what's going on, or are you just like, wait until you
Oh,
see
no.
this?
Gotta have a surprise.
Remember that one
Yeah.
gnome guy we used to know?
He has to get back at us.
Basically.
It's fair.
So lead him on over and pull back the curtain. And there he is.
Any of you guys recognize this?
Hey, that's the guy that quit.
Ebony.
Ebony.
Yep, I recognize him.
Yeah.
That's the guy who was with Marty Mart.
Wasn't he
Evan.
trying to teach you how to read?
Marty Mart was.
Yeah. This is the friend of the guy that was trying to teach Leland how to read, who quit whenever we finally like broke down his whole bandit organization, gave us all of his stuff.
Why is someone
Right.
laying right here? Don?
Well, apparently there was a murder in this town, and nobody really knows what the hell happened.
This doesn't look like a murder. This looks like a monster attack.
Of course, Ebony has poked her head up from Killswitch's backpack. Kind of looks down
Like-
at this melted person.
Like if he had a
Is anybody gonna eat that?
had a stab
That's
wound to
exactly
the
what
chest,
she's about to say.
Murder. But what would lead anyone to believe that this is a murder?
Well,
Ev-
that's just what Furia told me. If you want
Ebony's
details, we can always go ask her.
Ebony is
Zeta,
creeping up to this corpse.
Ebony? No.
It is kind of
Can you do
strange
you-
that
can you do your little town sensing trick and see what happens?
She gives a Ebony's kind of like, but no, nobody else is gonna eat him.
No, but we still need him. We still need him for investigation first.
Still need him a lot.
Can't eat people I kill. Can't eat people I don't kill. What people can I eat?
No, I'm not saying that you can't eat him. These people don't really give a shit about him. It's just once we're done, then you can eat him.
So Zeta will dig around in her backpack and produce a scroll of Ears of the City, and she'll cast it, focusing on the murder of Arthas, which I guess would be a perception check to see if that even remotely happens.
Wow, that's a good roll.
It's a really good roll.
Okay. So you get the same, essentially an audio clip, no visuals of roughly the same thing from a few different vantage points, and you're able to piece it together as such. A voice you can somewhat recognize as being Arthas's voice, though muffled, and you can't understand the words of. Essentially yells out for help before you hear a guttural sound followed by some screams. Like a it's hard to put into words what it sounds like.
Acid and screams.
Yeah, sounds like somebody got dropped into a big thing of acid, but I guess not dropped. It sounds like a deeper version of opening up a like a carbonated drink. And then more like a psh, but deep. Um, but yeah, and then screams of agony, and then the sound of, uh, you know, people shuffling, and you'd imagine that's when they discovered the body.
So lots of screaming, some effervescence, and more screaming.
Yeah,
But he was slain. He was definitely slain here.
yeah.
So we got that going for us. It did sound like some kind of monster attack.
Ebony?
Do we know of any monsters that spew acid?
Can I make a knowledge check?
No, not a one.
Be right back.
Leland, can you think of any monsters that spew acid?
Knowledge and geography.
You can give me
Knowledge,
a
geography,
knowledge.
and nature to
Oh shit.
think of creatures in the air.
You can think of a lot of creatures that spit acid. I mean, there's a whole slew of them, and they all fall under different knowledges.
But in this area, I imagine there wouldn't be a whole slew.
Yeah, in this area, I mean, the first one that comes to mind is a black dragon.
Yeah, generally so.
And lizards and flying lizards and
Furry lizards, soft lizards,
lizards that moo.
Those are
That's-
the worst ones.
That's nature, religion, and arcana. If any of those three would help out in this situation.
I mean, if you want to roll them in order, I can tell you what you know of each.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Nature,
no.
religion,
They were
arcana
all
in that order.
19s. Yeah, sure.
In nature, there's not that much that lives around here that would spew acid. So if it is something from around here, it doesn't fall under the category of like beast. I mean, you could think of a whole host of humanoid creatures that have acid spells and abilities. So that's not outside of the realm of possibilities.
It's true.
As far as religion, you can't think of anything religious that does acid attacks. Especially nothing from around here.
Okay.
You know that there's a lot of devil types that are immune to acid?
Nothing too of value.
Yeah. And then, what was the last one?
Knowledge, religion, and arcana.
Okay, Arcana's the last one. Hold on. Arcana's basically just dragons, so I'll let you. Dragon.
All right. Well, while Aubrey's doing that,
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Ally Across Time and Prying Eyes and set up an investigation with myself.
So you summon another version of yourself and you make a bunch of eyeballs float around.
Of myself.
Now-
Yes.
Do those other Zetas also have wisdom damage?
No.
I don't
They're
know.
Zetas from another time.
Right, but I would not be surprised if other Zetas also got mine probed.
Maybe.
Nope. Could have swore one of them.
Obi, what did you roll? Which knowledges?
Silver.
Nature, religion, and arcana.
What?
Oh well, here's an assist for nature,
Electricity?
Ooh, that's a solid 40.
and
Probably
then
more. 41 or 42.
and then from second Zeta, another 2.
Even more than that. It's,
Okay.
half your ranks, I believe. In the role we're playing.
Yeah. And I have 10 ranks in I'm sorry, not 10 ranks. 6 ranks.
Plus 6. That's so dank.
And then what was the next one?
Religion. And then arcana.
Yeah.
Knowledge, religion.
So,
that's an assist and another assist for knowledge, religion.
They're probably all going to be a plus 6, I imagine.
so
Wait, they can't not be. You have a plus 12.
yeah.
And then another Zeta appears, and here's knowledge, arcana.
Ridiculous.
And since we're dealing with acid here, another Zeta will appear, and we're going to do knowledge engineering.
Yeah, I have that. It's just not great.
Okay. So, with your knowledge in the arcane, you guys come up with a list of the different dragons that can do this, essentially. So, you know, black, green. Black and green are the chromatic dragons that can do acid. And among the metallic, I believe it's only copper.
And
A
then
metallic dragon wouldn't do this.
there's also a brine dragon that can do acid damage.
Ebony, do you know of any other acid-spitting dragons in the area?
Ebony is probably content with being the only acid-spitting dragon in the area.
Which would be a good
She lets it
reason
be known
to
that
kill it.
she had better be the only acid-breathing dragon in the area. She is this area's resident acid-breathing dragon.
Acid spitting, come on.
I don't know. Well, the last time she did, I would say it was breath. It was
Okay,
very potent.
I'll take it.
She kind of preens and poses.
Hmm.
Standing to
Actually-
her full 1.5 foot.
How should we go about investigating this? Can I search the area for like other tracks and stuff?
I'm
Any
already searching the area.
Strange.
Oh, there's plenty of
Strange-looking
tracks. There's plenty of tracks from around here, but it's mostly looks like foot traffic.
No, like strange tracks at all.
No, Zeta would know from her earlier check, based on where she was hearing. It always sounded like it was far away in all of the different uh, audio files, essentially. So it's presumed to be not in the center of town that this happened, and the station is pretty much in the middle of town.
Oh, they dragged the body over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a trail of acid leading away from the body?
Not a trail of acid, but it didn't take much of a perception check to see that there is a definite trail that leads off. It does get kind of muddled in some areas with
There's our
more foot
first clue.
traffic.
Shall we check it out?
What do the Zetas think?
They're
At this, the Zetas are already checking it out. Actually,
Okay.
the eyeballs.
So many eyeballs.
Give me a quick perception check for your multitude of eyes. Ooh, plus 14. Okay. Yeah, easy enough. With an aerial view, it's easy to connect the dots. One of the eyes comes back and basically uploads the information into Zeta Prime that of where the body seems to, where the trail seems to end.
Excellent. Okay, I'll inform Aubrey, and we'll I guess gather the gang. It's mystery, boys. I will produce a magnifying glass.
Take my pipe out.
The
Dawn
pipe that you
acquires a-
prepared well beforehand.
Yeah,
Don
give it to
acquires
my
a
beard.
deerskin hat.
Oh my god. You're gonna give the pipe to the beard?
Oh yeah.
Pipe
Absolutely.
to the beard, deerskin hat to the Don.
I'll give you that one. I'll let the pipe sit in the beard's mouth.
Oh no. Need to update so many things to this commission art.
Can you make it a GIF?
Yeah, it needs to have rainbow colors and smoke up a pipe.
Things happen fast.
You're gonna have to get a commission of just the beard.
Right.
Just crop out everything else.
You're just like, look, don't make deals with chaos deities, okay? Like,
So I'm sure everybody huddles around the Prime Zeta here and heads on over. And when you get to where the eyeball had instructed you, it's a yeah, it's a little out of the way, but it's definitely a bad thing happened here.
Okay, the important thing is that it's away.
Yeah, and there's a very heavy acrid smell in the air. Still. You imagine, there's a puddle, and what's in the puddle, you hope, is at least mostly the original acid, but you know that it's probably at least partially whatever parts of Arthas were missing.
That would make sense,
Yeah.
given our experience with black dragons.
And there's a second pool that is just a pool.
Judging by like the location of the two pools, can we like pinpoint an approximate area where the creature was standing?
Pinpoint an approximate area.
Give me a
You know.
give me a perception.
All right.
I'm
We should
just
probably
gonna
inform Furia that there might be another dragon in the area.
I'm gonna assume that Zeta's helping with the perception as well.
Oh, yeah, let me...
I mean, you don't. I already know you're gonna make the 10 DC. Yeah, it's easy enough to kind of get in approximate areas to where you think the creature would have been, roughly. Whenever these, because there's actually. What's what I'm looking for here? Hold on. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to have to redact a little bit of this. There is two small pools, but it becomes very apparent where the acid had originated from. Because while the area over here doesn't have much foliage to begin with, there's essentially no foliage in a pretty wide cone that leads up to the two puddles.
There you go. Dragon. Why would a dragon be after Arthas, though?
I don't think dragons need a reason to be.
Ebony, do you smell any other dragon in the area?
Nope.
Can I
Okay.
use that perception to instead search the ground for where it originated?
No, because you already searched for the where it was roughly. You can give me another perception check if you want to, if you're looking for something specific. But your Arcana check earlier was in like the mid-30s.
Yeah.
So that narrows this down. Well, I guess doesn't narrow
No,
it
with the +6 from the
No,
Zetas.
it was like 28 or something like that, I believe.
Right. So the you know that of the dragons that can spew acid, only green dragons spew a cone.
Interesting. 33 to search the area.
Okay. You find three. Is it 3 or 4? It's 4 sets of footsteps.
4 sets, like
Four sets.
8 footsteps.
That's not what I mean, but close. It's almost what I mean. Um,
It's close enough to what you mean.
it's very close. So 3 of the sets of footsteps certainly look humanoid. Because they seem to be, in the shape of a shoe.
Can you do a little like freehand of how they're set up or positioned?
I can try.
Literally just dots.
I mean, I'm gonna give it a go here. Fucking here we go, I guess. So here's the cone, right?
Yep.
You got a pool. You got a pool. One's bigger than the other. And then you've got one set of steps like this. One set of steps like this. And then you got some steps over here. And you got one set of steps like this.
It seems like such a waste.
What do you mean?
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
After he went and reformed his ways and was ready to make a positive impact on the world, he goes and dies to a young green dragon.
There seems to be some humanoid footsteps here too, though. There's one, two. I don't know how I just said that.
Broken his brain.
It may have been a dragon, but it had accomplices, maybe?
Well, So, it's a good point. What kind of crazy mavericks would help a dragon?
A couple of... They have to be crazy. That's all I know. To travel with a dragon.
Ebony's just kind of like staring at this conversation. She clears her throat.
A green dragon?
Green dragon.
Then
Green dragon.
she's all on board. She's like, "Oh no, the worst color of dragon,
Cone.
a cone. That's a silly thing. Who
Right?
wants to breathe
Can't
acid in
breathe
a cone?
Green dragons are like a bad Taldane sausage joke.
But how do we track them? Ebony?
Somewhere in the world, Zaflon just looked up.
Sausage.
Right, they're-
Taldor
We know
and sausage.
They're
we
the
know
worst.
exactly where in the world that happened.
Could you track this dragon, Ebony?
She says, I could track anything. I just don't want to.
I dare you, though.
But Ebony, we'd get to kill a dragon.
And it's hard. It's hard. It's
Give
ours.
me a sense motive.
She's scared. I don't need to know that.
Give me a sense motive, Aubrey. She cannot track the dragon. She
All right,
has
fair enough.
no tracking skills.
What do we do about this?
So what do the footprints look like again?
I got
On
him on
screen.
screen.
The
So-
cone is the cone.
Yep, cone is the cone. 2 circles of puddles. Lines are footsteps. Circles are or whatever these little shapes are also footsteps.
Radis pipes up. Here's an idea. What if the person turned themselves into a dragon?
I don't think Celery would do this.
You know, other wizards aside from Celery can transmogrify themselves, right?
She's the only wizard we've met that seems strong enough to do that, though.
I mean, in theory, sure.
Now, that's not entirely true.
Who's gonna turn themselves into a dragon? You pet dragons. You don't change into dragons.
No, I mean, you've definitely met people with enough magical power to turn into dragons. Zeta, you can do it. I
Can
mean,
you
you
do that,
could.
Zeta?
You could. Hell, I
Is
bet
this-
Gil could do it.
I don't think so.
Really? Because he managed to understand the same magic that Zeta did.
I don't know. Gil's already living the cold-blooded dream.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't trying to be accusatory. I'm just saying that there are definitely other people out there. And if you look at the footprints, it kind of coincides.
Well, it looks like the humanoid footprints were taking something from the scene. So we just have to find what was taken.
Give me a perception check. Oh! Well, you're on a hot streak. Keep doing the thing.
That was bopping.
Oh,
Hint. It was the guards.
No, that's actually pretty good. It's a plus 14, and I imagine Zeta's helping, because she keeps helping on everything.
Which would be another +5.
6.
There's only one Zeta helping now, by the way.
Oh, so it's how many ranks in perception do you have?
6.
So
Wait,
plus 3.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, it's still
no,
5.
8.
Oh, so plus 4. Yeah.
So
You're fine.
25.
It does not look like something was taken away from the scene. The footsteps lead towards the cone.
Right, like something was scorched in the cone,
No,
and they went in to retrieve something?
Hold on. So there's this here. Let me get the fucking pointer. Alright, so there's these steps that are going that way.
Yep.
These steps are going that way. These steps are going... Oh, fuck. These steps are going this way.
Right.
So all of them are approaching the puddles.
Yes, everything is going towards the puddles.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining. Like,
But there are no footsteps leaving the puddles except for some ones that are obviously coming from outside.
I see. Interesting. Any ideas? Anyone?
Anybody else want to interact with this?
Are there any other dragon prints anywhere?
Only one way to find out. You don't find
Put
any.
your cap on. What about broken trees above us, limbs and whatnot?
Now, what you do find, Leland, is that while there aren't any other dragon prints around, what little foliage there is seems to all point away from where the dragon footsteps are.
Yeah, like he hovered in, hovered out.
I mean, I'll go ahead and share that, but
Where is this? Like in the town?
It's outside of. It's not quite to the agricultural area, but it's almost there. It's in a field, technically, but it's like. It's
behind someone's
It's
shack.
actually not. Yeah, it's not too far away from the northern side of town. where you guys first ran into Tybee, but it's more east.
And what's in the direction opposite of the direction that the brush is laying?
What do you mean?
Like if the brush is laying north, pointing north, what's south?
No, so all of the foliage around this point
Oh,
outward.
okay, I got you. I'm not quite sure how to track a dragon. But we can find whoever these prints belong to.
Actually, hold on. I might have to redact one thing. No. Nope, we'll leave it be. But, Aubrey, you would know one thing.
Yeah?
This dragon can't be an adult yet. At least not of adult age.
He's got to be young.
Gotta be
Area's too
young
small.
adult or younger. No. It's more that, because you guys killed it on the Arcana check earlier. Green dragons who make it to adulthood don't leave tracks.
I see. Okay. That kind of helps out a bit. Gosh. Just don't understand the association with the humanoids.
Anybody else wanting to participate in this? Not all this.
I don't think Leland has the greatest detective skills.
He already perceived.
I don't have. I have eyes, and that is my only tool.
You know
That's
what,
all you
Leland?
need to be a PI.
You got a pretty good check there. I'm gonna give you one more bit. That should help out a little bit. In kind of scouring the area, you find a small little, just outside of the cone area, you find a small little quill.
A quill.
Quill.
I'll pick it up. Like it was cut and whatnot specifically for writing.
Yes. But it's too small
Then-
for your hand.
Then I'll show it to Zeta.
Wookie's got big
'Cause-
hands.
Right. Her hands are smaller.
It's
Not like Kolkadar's big hands, but
yeah. It's small in your hands as well, Zeta.
oh, excellent. A small quill. I will.
It looks very well used.
Very well
It's
used.
Very well used. It's got ink marks all over the quill itself, just from heavy use.
And he just found it up there?
He just found it over there.
Huh.
Just like here or so.
No, he was outside nearer the small pool, but outside of the cone.
Is it magic?
So like that.
Somewhere around there.
I'll, I don't know, Aubrey. I'll cast Detect Magic.
Not magic.
No, it's just a quill. Who would have a quill? Especially out in the woods.
Maybe we could ask Gil, see if he knows anyone.
Zeta, give me
Is
a.
this-
We'll do intelligence. Just a flat intelligence roll. You're looking for like a. Yeah, you're good. You've seen this quill before.
Oh, have we now?
Yep.
Whose quill?
Marty Mart's quill.
Hey, look at that! It's Marty Mart's quill.
Where did this name come from?
No, Marty Mart. Where did he go?
Wait, where did he go? Leland. That's a question we can answer.
We can.
Yes, Aubrey,
Zeter.
produce the mirror.
I knew it was coming.
Spring. Produce the mirror.
This is the perfect time for Spring to be anthropomorphized. But she's not. She's a stone.
I cast,
We
I
can
cast
Hey,
mirror
produce
to
the mirror.
Zeta. Go
So
for
you
it.
unstone Spring to get the mirror?
That's right.
Alright.
Keep her away from the acid as well.
Okay.
Keep Spring
You
safe.
can lead a horse to acid, but you can't make it trip.
She'll drink.
Alright. So soon you're gonna spend, I think it's what, 10 minutes to scry?
It's an hour to scry.
Hour to scry.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Yeah.
So Zeta's out for helping the investigation for a little bit.
You want to get in the mirror and scribe on it?
Oh man, no, we can't do that though. You can do that though. You can get in the mirror while we're scrying on the mirror, and then you can look up and see the 3D image from below.
Well, while you're in the mirror, you can either see through the mirror or you can see a reflective surface.
I don't know. That might get a little bit too meta.
So, is anybody doing anything while Zeta's scrying? Are you guys gonna sit around and sing Kumbaya for an hour?
I'll play with crap in spring. Spring and crap. Let Zeta do her thing.
What about Radis and Don?
I'll take a wild shot in the dark on tracking. Yeah,
I think-
no, I didn't.
Radis
I
and
didn't
Don
find
have
it.
pretty respectable tracking skills.
Don doesn't.
Don
Where's
hunts
Don?
monsters.
He
Your
kills
Radis is-
monsters. He doesn't hunt them.
He just walks around until he finds a monster.
Yeah. If he sees one, boys, he gonna get it.
Monster Puncher World.
God damn it. Monster
Monster
Puncher
Puncher
Generations.
It's about the best I can do, boys.
Yeah, it's not terribly good.
Damn.
What about Kill
I was
Switch? What's
actually-
Kill Switch got?
Kill Switch has got needing to go to sleep.
I knew it was coming.
He hung in there for longer than we expected him to.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Alright. If you want, we can call it. You guys have some stuff to mull over and think. I'll go ahead and spoil it. We'll go ahead and get the scry out of the way real fast. The scry does not work.
Because he's fucking dead.
Yeah, sorry, Leland, he's dead.
He's the tiny puddle.
He
Because
might not
fucking
have been.
Gil killed him.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Marty Mart.
The
Why would
goblin
Gil
that
kill anybody?
Oh, I'm saying this out of character.
The goblin that what?
the goblin that taught Leland how to read. The scribe for
Oh, okay. He was just. This isn't a
what's his
consistent.
boy?
He's just showing up again.
Well, it's not showing up anymore.
Nope, not no more.
Alright, let me go ahead and kill off old Stremo.
Oh,
He's
and then they
showing up.
become the puddle. And who's behind the tree?
He got there, boys. He got there.
That scene, I thought it was like footprints in the